p.m.
Preventative maintenance.
That's right.
That's what you need to sign up for with our boys at Community Mechanical. CommunityDFW.com is the website. You can call or text Travis anytime as well. 469-667-7290. Have them come out, take a look at your unit, and get on that preventative maintenance. If you are in need of repair right now, they can do that for you as well, just like they did for Dan, for Blake, for myself, for Brandon Aubrey. CommunityDFW.com, you get set up with that preventative maintenance, and then you get some free merch. You get a new HVAC unit. You get a sit-in. We have never heard a bad word about our boys at Community, so if you got issues with your HVAC, you got one place to know, and that's Community Mechanical, CommunityDFW.com.
Community Mechanical, Travis and the team real cool. And you don't want your house to explode. Don't be a bitch, so pick up the phone. Community Mechanical, preventative maintenance like Brandon Aubrey. They put the V in HVAC, so be a good subby, take it from me. Dan almost died.
Good morning and a happy Monday morning. Good Dan McDowell.
I'm Jay Kemp.
I'm Blake Jones.
Along with Foodie CK. That is Clayton Kimbrough. We do not find ourselves in the Game Day Men's Health Studio. That's in downtown Dallas, the Fox 4 building. Maybe moving to a Las Colinas near you. GameDay.dumbzone.com, by the way. If you'd like to improve yourself, improve your life.
I went to game day this morning, and that's
10%
why
off your
I'm going to remember to do the tease at the end of the show today.
No, you won't.
I'm saying it now.
Nah, it's okay. It may not be that great of a bit if we can't keep forgetting it.
Or we're so great that even great bits just fall off the table. That's definitely not true. Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, no Game Day Men's Health Studio. We are high atop my garage where last night, the scene of Super Bowl, whatever number. What is it, 60?
60?
Yeah.
Okay. We were here doing a little stream team. Good time, I think, was had by all. I had a nice time. Terrible, terrible game.
One of the worst.
But I think it was much more fun to sit with all the guys that were here. If you want to go back and watch that on YouTube, that is your. We're not going to stop you from doing that. We're not going to demand that you do it either. But
it's a good time.
Fun. John Machota was great. Jimmy's always great. Jimmy Nelson.
Yeah, Machota's great because, I think a guy like that has been around. Any of those guys, they've been around so much football that I think they forget some of the stuff that they can share just offhand that we find really interesting. It's not off the record, but we would never know to ask, hey, so what is Stephen Jones and Mike Vrabel's relationship like? Where he's just like, I was super surprised they didn't hire Vrabel because those two are
Or
thick
he
as
was saying,
thieves.
if Jerry had
if there was a chance
fallen
Stephen
ill
was in
years
charge
ago, then he probably would be here right now, or at least that's his opinion. Same thing, Blake, I think with you just dropping the that you get to walk in on the referees' meetings before games. That was very interesting stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if it's good enough for the show, but as we're all just sitting around for a few hours, hey, I got to do this.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's you. I don't know, you take it for granted, but even just like when TC and I went to that A&M game, being on the sideline, most people are never going to get to do that, and so to be able to share something like that. But I don't know, that wasn't even the most interesting note Blake had yesterday. That was when we found out that because Blake covered a Super Bowl, and his name is Blake Jones, another guy who works for the NFL is also named Blake Jones, and that Blake Jones was in charge of approving visors for players. Mm-hmm. So our Blake Jones was copied on a series of Eagles players or something?
No, it was Brandon Spikes. I think it was when he was with the Patriots, but he wanted a dark visor, and he had to get his optometrist to sign off like, no, the lights cause an issue. He needs a dark visor.
What a just set of hoops to jump through. Like,
Oh, you think that's bad?
Just saying, I'm going to go find I'm a NFL wide receiver.
Right.
Yes, I can find someone to tell me
anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to any optometrist, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Justin Jefferson, you want what? Just say that it kind of bothers. I mean, it does kind of bother me. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll write it down. I'm signing.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's all that different.
You got
for those
that
guys
signed for my kid.
Getting
Thanks.
their legal card or something like that.
Oh
I
my
bet they've done
gosh.
it. But no. Then the other interesting note
Just
is
a
that
silly.
Machota, which I know this happens. I know it's part of the game. I know there's a lot of money involved. The equipment guys make money too. But Machota letting us know, they switch out their cleats before the game because you're not allowed to wear zany cleats during the game for the most part, unless it's a special week. So they all have to change their cleats. But they also all wear dark visors for pregame, and then the equipment guys all have to...
They all wear the dark visor?
Not all, but a lot of guys who want to be cool. The type of guy who's changing his cleats for game cleats, he's got a pregame visor,
Okay,
too.
I must not have been
but
here for
it's
this.
the same helmet. So they've got a...
So they wear wacky shoes before the game, but they don't wear them same
That's a
ones?
normal thing. Because the
didn't know
legal
that.
let you swag out and do whatever. But they're not going to let
What's
you
the
do it
point?
during the game. They've got to be approved.
What's the point of that?
I don't know. But, Max Crosby took a run at it this year, and they told him, in the third quarter or something.
All right, these
like,
are
hey,
good things for...
You're going to leave the game if you don't change these. But, no, there's a guy who's
That's
got
Brandon, if he's got that. If Brandon would wear the dark visor for
It'd be
us.
so funny. It'd be so funny.
I like the idea of getting the news that Jerry died and then Machota just having like a oh shit moment. Like, I got to write this fucking obituary right
The
now.
obit, the canned obit, man. I'm surprised they don't have Jerry's done. That's a real vote of confidence in his longevity.
Well, I think, according to Machota, his bosses are also surprised they don't have Jerry's done.
I mean, you probably have it kind of constantly rolling, I would imagine. But, yeah, that's a weird thing to learn about in media, the canned obit. But yesterday was
Should
a great
we make
time.
one
Shout
for
out to-
each of us, just in case something happens? Like if the Cowboys plane goes down, we'd be the
Boy.
only media outlet.
How late in
noting-
the article do I get mentioned?
Never. You were not in any article.
No.
Unless it's...
Maybe Barrett
Please give-
Sports
Would he
Media.
even be in the Dumb Zone newsletter?
Well, it wouldn't. It might not come out, so that'd be the only problem.
You'd slant it as TC now full time.
Blake makes ultimate sacrifice. No, thanks to Kane Rosso and the PILF group in general. Side Hustle Catering. That's their on-site catering. They did burgers for us last night.
Dude.
That guy
Smash
can
burgers.
run a Blackstone, man.
Yeah. Every burger is just building on the burger before in taste.
It's great stuff. Great stuff.
My
Okay.
mom made some apps,
Oh, yeah.
which worked out because I messed up the time of arrival for the food by an hour. And it was good, though, in the sense that when I got here with my mom's food, it wasn't also burgers here. in which
Everybody
case
devoured it.
Yeah. And then the burgers you can make to order. But that was sweet. Good run with Kanye Rosso on the game streams this year. Excited to do it next year. Because right now, second-year head coaches winning Super Bowls is the wave. I've packaged this one up already.
Oh, okay.
History.
Weekend check. We could do a weekend check. Let's have it brought to us by Trident Garage Doors. Had yet another listener comment on the lack of noise when we opened and closed the garage door.
I saw you guys up and down and up and down. He was holding his ear up to it. And
Right. I said
kept
close
shaking
your
his head
eyes,
no.
and you have to hold your hand up if you hear it start to close.
Yeah.
And, that was the little bit we had. But, yeah, Trident Garage Doors, they've got something similar to the PM, just kind of like a tune-up. Have them come out. They will hook you up with a tune-up. What's that cost? Pretty low.
$39.99.
Yeah, which they did for me. And apparently I'm built in the worst house in the world because my previous garage door company years ago had installed my garage door, but it was coming out of the wall. And they're like, yeah, they didn't install this into a stud. I've heard that term enough to know that that's what men talk about when they're like hanging shit.
Yo.
And apparently hanging a garage door is like a pretty big thing, and that's why it was literally falling out of the wall, and they fixed that up. They fixed up the rollers and the bearings and other things that men know about. The Trident garage doors, in fact, is owned by a couple of real men.
First responders.
A
Not those
first
guys
responder and a military guy.
Those guys who installed your garage, third, fourth at best responders, but not txtrident.com. They'll take care of you quick. They do. You go look at that website. Gates have come a long way, much like mayonnaise. We've had serious innovations in the gate and garage door space. So check them out, Jeremy and the boys at txtrident.com, Dan.
All right, weekend check. Leading off will be me, because I don't have a ton. But I do have, nice TiVo segment later in this week. If anybody wants to join me and go watch the To Catch a Predator documentary.
Okay, I'm about halfway through it.
Okay, well, we're going to talk at length about it later in the week. I just want to let people know now. You want to?
It's just one episode, so
where
one
is it?
thing. I think it was Netflix. Is that not right?
I can't.
It's been a couple. It might have been over the break.
It might be Paramount Plus or something stupid like that.
If you looked at
I'm so beaten by.
If you looked at my bank statement or when I do my expenses, I think I pay for Paramount Plus like 4 months a year. Like I'll do it,
Football
cancel
game.
it, do it, can't. Yeah,
Yeah.
need audio, cancel.
Oh, an SNL documentary I want to see.
Yeah,
Yeah. They don't have a ton of stuff, but just when they do. Anyway, it's very good and
You know, there's a movie coming this year, man.
what?
A movie about To Catch a Predator where Robert Pattinson is playing Chris Hansen.
Oh, wow.
Unless I got ball sacked, I believe that is a real movie.
Cool.
Because VJ is the one who told me about To Catch a Predator documentary. And then I think he's the one who told me there's a movie. Yeah, well, let's save it for when we talk about it.
Okay. Couple of radio things. My wife, Borat. You guys seen that movie?
I liked it.
It's so
Good
funny.
reference.
Said she was driving around on Saturday. She listens to 91.7 in Denton. Anybody know what that is?
KXT, big fan. I mean, it's as far as radio stations go. It's on my wife's car every time I get in.
I saw a random Reddit recently of your favorite radio station, and it was in, I think, r/Dallas or r/Fort Worth. And that was the overwhelming favorite, 91.7. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into local, just good, it's the only station in town that I would say is playing like what music people would call good music, and it's a lot of local stuff. So it's just it's public.
Like NPR and stuff?
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay. I thought we got rid of
KERA's
that.
music station. No,
I thought
made him.
I don't know what to
run
believe
Turning
anymore.
Point.
It made sense. Okay,
I think
guess you're doing
they
that.
lost some funding.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, she was fired up. She's like, I heard Danny Bayless and Skin have a song. It was on the radio, and they were introing it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. We've played it. Which we have, but I don't know if we can now because maybe it's copyright thing.
Very funny. I'm not even sure Danny can. They've been flagged for his own music multiple times. Dude, I don't even want to begin to talk about my frustrations with the way this all works now. We're killing art.
Well,
but the good news in that story is she was in a car somewhere else, not with you.
there you go.
So you were having a good time.
There you go. Also, speaking of radio, another good friend of ours, John Kukla, is working on Fox 4 imaging radio spots because they send out, they have agreements and you'll hear like a Fox 4 radio spot. Mm-hmm. And he said that we would like this one. See if you can tell why. All right.
That shopping center you just passed used to be a field. North Texas has grown beyond expectations.
Amazing.
So much has changed over the last 25 years. one thing hasn't.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock.
Steve and Heather, together.
That's
every
right.
story.
Will they
every
or won't
moment.
they?
They brought it to you. And will again tonight.
With Sam and Diana.
Always here for you. Fox 4.
Okay, that is a kick-ass promo from a...
That shopping center you just passed used to be a field.
So great.
Dude, he is such a sniper.
We
That's
made
so
it.
good. That's perfect. And
Yeah.
by the way, that's a good promo. I didn't pull the audio, and maybe it's the difference between a nighttime and a morning show, but the promo they were running for WFA's morning show last night, I guess it actually must have been NBC's, was straight up Skrillex. Like it's... And I'm like, holy shit, man. Is that what y'all are going to... Like, is that the vibe? The show starts at 4 a.m. That sounded like a normal TV promo to me, the one that Fox 4 ran there. And I do trust them.
Normally when a Skrillex concert's ending is at 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's a weird promo.
On your way home from Skrillex. Check it out.
I loved your mom's apps, but they did keep me up past my bedtime because I had to. I'm going to make your mom, I know who she is. I know the way she is, and I know her mind. Mm-hmm. And I felt like I was in a battle with her last night.
Oh, no.
It's because I'm going to return these dishes cleaner than I got them. Cleaner than when you started cooking and putting food in them. Because I think she'd know. She'd know if, look, he put this in the washing machine, in the dishwasher, and it still had like this caked on it. So really, we were up a little late, just making sure it was all done last night. And because I'm like you, I think I kind of clean it and then I'll put it in the dishwasher.
Sure, especially for giving
some
it back
of the
to
bigger
somebody
ones
else.
couldn't fit in the dishwasher.
Yeah,
and so
I
we
felt
had to go
bad.
at that. Don't feel bad. I'm pleased to do it.
I know you
I
are.
like to show off, and
I know
I
you
want
are.
your mom to be like, "Whoa, this guy even cleaned this dish better than I could."
You see this, Blake? I'm just surrounded by excellence.
Yeah.
There's people everywhere who are committed to the Ed Wallace way.
Okay.
It's true. My mom and Dan are kindred spirits.
Ever since you brought up, ever since he died, you've been anti-Ed Wallace.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
I
he
brought
was
it-
like your
I wanted
Infinity
to-
Stone or something.
No, because now you guys are turning it into
More of
a
a
bit.
bubble guy.
Like it's just
He's-
the Ed Wallace. Oh, Ed Wallace. You never said his name ever.
Ed
and then
Wallace,
now
though,
it's
now
a
I didn't know anything.
punchline.
I didn't know about what a great man he was, and you taught us. That was the point of your.
That's why he's washing dishes.
your touching tribute,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
But no, I have.
I would love to hear. Like you said, you might have a line on some of that Ed Wallace stuff.
Yeah, we've been getting hit up by people.
Yeah, people are saying is there anywhere we could put that? I'd like to hear those things.
Okay.
We could just put that on our website one day. What if
Are
we
you
just-
acting
No,
like
no,
I
no.
don't actually want to? You're
No,
dismissing me here.
I believe that part.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten up the courage to call his wife yet.
Also, yes.
Give me. I know how to deal with
If
ladies
Ed
like
Wallace becomes the new success is least not own and rent is due every day,
I don't want that.
That is a compliment. There's
It's not coming from y'all.
in any
it's
case,
not.
I appreciate
Wow.
that you respect my mom that much.
that. I made
she
him
was
an Ed
very
Wallace
happy
patch.
to do
No.
it. She,
A listener gave me a LeBron patch.
she made Dan some little potato skin things with no bacon on them in a little corner row over there. I was very pleased
Shrimp.
with the entire
The meatballs
operation.
were fantastic.
And I'll be eating them for the next 4 days because my wife
me
is out
some.
of town.
Oh,
I will. Yeah, we'll get to that.
And then real quick, I will tell you that. So yeah, I actually wanted to wake up and be able to go to
clean.
work, which is here, not the Game Day Men's Health studio, but today we're high atop my garage. So I put away all the chairs and stuff and it kind of cleaned up, threw all the towels in the laundry. I just wanted everything to be clean for tomorrow. And as I was putting away the chairs in the attic space, I saw this caught my eye and said, "You know what? I'm starting this tomorrow."
Packing.
Oh, look
Knew
at him go.
there he
Okay.
is.
Knew it.
It's 6 days.
He's
This
ready.
is my my small suitcase that I'm going to pack for the trip. And then if I need a few other things, possibly a pillow, I'll hand them to Clayton, as he and Matt Grimm will
Update on that.
embark. Well, let you give the update because we'll send it over to Clayton for a weekend check. That's mine.
Boys, we're taking a Sprinter van,
That's great, right?
so load us up.
Is my water going to fit?
Is that the update?
We're literally taking it for Blake's water.
Oh, you got
Matt
a bigger
emailed
vehicle.
the group yesterday
Wow.
and said, we need the cargo space for Blake's water, so we're upgrading to a Sprinter van.
Is this what it's like to
Because-
be Dan? Because I love it.
Because when we came, well, the problem was when we came back from California with your, half a ton of water in the back, it kept sloshing around.
It
and
cost
just,
them double in gas.
Well,
the way
dude,
home.
we had to stop a lot more. And that thing takes a long time to slow down because of how heavy it was with all that water. So we upgraded that so the boys will be cruising in style. Another thing, speaking for next week, I got a text message that says, please tell Dan that the weather will be a little chilly and there's several chances of rain for the week ahead. That is from my mom. She's giving me weather reports.
A
to
trusted
make sure
source on
Dan
weather.
Anyone's mom.
packs.
I will tune into that.
Packs. I just, I know you like to pack early and you
I'd
like
love
to
to get
pack
her
smart.
on a text thread with my mom. So that
What's
my
it looking
mom
like
could
over
now,
there?
Yeah, she would like to know about Arizona weather, I'm sure.
Send the number. And then the only other thing in the content corner, I found a new sport.
I feel like the Super Bowl weekend is big for that.
But
Like,
it's
you just
in
give
that
up?
category of like games we played as a kid that they became sports, like trampoline basketball. Like that was a thing. I think it was in high school when that came out on Spike TV.
Oh, yeah.
But this is just dudes being dudes. So I'm going to show you a video here.
Oh, yeah. I heard about this.
This is Run It. It started in
Oh.
Australia.
Yeah, it's just two
That
dudes.
guy got knocked out.
It's two dudes like rugby style. Maybe they start about 15 yards away from each other, and it's just a straight. It's like the XFL's kickoff to start the game. They're just
Holy
going to run
crap.
Dude,
full
that's
speed into each other. No equipment, obviously.
This is like that football drill kind of,
the
right?
Oklahoma
Yeah.
drill.
yeah.
This is
But they just run into
this is
each other.
brought
And
to us
who can stand? Like
Yeah.
who falls and
I
who
don't
doesn't?
like this.
our Islander brothers,
Yeah,
of course,
who were big.
doing a little haka beforehand.
But like the Oklahoma drill, though, is typically like you're closer together. Like it's just a basic circle. These guys are running full speed into each other.
Yeah.
Right, from like each
Yeah.
5 or 10 yards away
You're-
from each other, and
I
then
mean, that's a
Better than slap fight. I like it better than slap fight. And they like
I don't like
water
either of 'em.
themselves up beforehand so you get the big pop. But I spent way too much time just watching big dudes run into each other at full speed this weekend.
when do we turn that into girls?
oh my god.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
I just want representation for my daughters. I want them to know that they could do that too.
Do you think Islanders are concerned about concussions?
I think they're born with like, a couple.
Just generally.
Like, yeah, they have they're like 15 feet up and they drop them down so that's how they're born. Actually, wait, where did I see somewhere this weekend? I saw this story about someone that died from a fall 15 feet up.
I bet you did,
And
because I bet it
and it
is
made me
common,
think about you.
but it happens quite often.
Made me think about how worried you were at the new Fox 4 building site.
If you were to fall out of an unsafe building and get yourself injured, I would call the Frankels at 214-817-333-3333. Don't tell them if you were planning to fall or something, whatever. The point is you're hurt.
Well, you can tell
they
them
can help
anything.
you.
It's
Privilege.
attorney-client privilege. That's very dear to them. That's one of their
Right on the
main
marquee.
things. It's like, look, we're not going to tell anybody about your stuff.
Seriously, if you get hurt, there's a lot going on. I had an injury this weekend and was reminded of how, like,
So, yeah,
214 OS moment that is.
Or 817, then all threes. You'll talk to a partner. I talked to somebody pretty recently. It's like, yeah, I gave him a call. Talked to Gene Burkett.
Yeah.
He's one of the partners along with the Frankel brothers. So 214 or 817, all threes. And remember, you heard about it on the Dumb Zone. So your last breaths, your gasping for breath, your
Subscriber 69.
somebody just had to cut open your neck and put like a
straw
little
or something.
straw into there so you could actually breathe. And you're now able to scribble something down. Make sure you write down Dumb Zone. And that's So the Frankels know that we sent you there.
So
I'm sorry, your weekend check.
I was unable to help last night with washing dishes, and I really wanted to, but I was glad that Dan is a go-getter on that front because I broke my wrist yesterday morning, and I don't know how bad it is. I know that I have to go to an ortho tomorrow morning, orthopedic doctor, and then they'll let me know. It happened during flag football, which.
What was the play? Let's describe it.
So, and I swear to you, dude, I'm having trouble remembering a little bit of what happened before. And I didn't hit my head at all. It's just, I don't know the last time I had like a real injury. Honestly, it's probably been about since I met my wife, because when I met her, I had a cast on my other hand. And that was like 15 years ago.
Did you salsa dance at the Giants fans with the cast on?
Possibly. Very possibly. It was that same fall. Yeah.
Because that was your first date, wasn't it?
That was not our first date, but it was within the first month. I had a cast on at her company Christmas party, which was our first and a half date. And her company Christmas party, they raffle off big ticket items. And all my tickets were in my suit pocket, and we won an iPad, but I couldn't get my raffle ticket out of my pocket in time, and they passed on us. So I say all that to say, like, basically, the way I remember it, I'm on defense, and there's somebody running. I'm backpedaling. They're running behind me. They're coming across the back of the end zone. Ball is thrown to them. We both go up at the same time. Big guy. And we just got tangled up in the air. And then I had to come down. And when I came down, I landed on my left wrist, but like if you were doing a backward-facing wrist rock stretch, which I actually ironically do. You ever see people doing those on like TikTok to release your forearms? Like if your normal push-up position, but flip it around and just try to loosen that up. Feels crazy. Well, I landed like that. And I could just, the second it happened, I'm like, oh, man.
Did you, like, hear anything?
Yeah, I could hear it. And, like, you get real hot, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, I know what it is. Okay. And you try to collect your thoughts. I'm pretty new in this game. You know, I don't know that many people there. And the ones I do, I've only known for a couple months. But I'm also not really, like, I don't want people making a scene. I was just, like, kind of like, I'll go. I got it. It's not my legs. I can drive. So it started to set in pretty quickly, like what a mind f this was going to be, because I couldn't start my car. Like my hand was unavailable for anything at this time. My broken wrist. So
my first thought after an injury is like, was that worth it? And the answer is just always no.
No, and I'll tell you, just like somewhat real talk, like it is effing with me mentally pretty bad, because you know. I can get sidetracked pretty obviously. There was a reason I was gone from the show for a month, right? I have to kind of like keep on a way of doing things and keep in a certain mental, you know, I guess state of mind. And this doesn't help that at all. But at the same time, like we have a job that's pretty chill to have a broken hand. I don't have a boss that's like up my ass about this or that. I have the money and insurance to pay for it. Like, it's just going to suck for a little bit, but I'm kind of, as gay as it sounds, using it as like this is just an opportunity to be grateful for things you do have, and it's just an obstacle, and you just sort through it.
Another roadblock. They're trying to stop me.
Just switch hands for a couple months, you're all right.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's the thing, is you quickly forget how fortunate you are you have two of these. So, this shit...
You're a lefty writer. Are you a lefty if you're enjoying
the only things,
the adult arts?
No, the only things I do left-handed are feed myself, pleasure myself, and write.
Okay.
Everything else is right-handed.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff,
They're
and
important
like,
things.
well, you know what? Like, I brush my teeth, but the main thing is just I wash dishes, I fold the laundry, I do all the stuff around the house, and it's very hard or
you can't
impossible.
do that now. Yeah.
Buckling your kid into the seatbelt, tying your own shoes. These are just things you just don't think about.
What did Nora say?
She was like really confused. Really confused.
What do you mean?
I don't think she understood that I could get hurt out there. I don't know that she knows she can yet.
Yeah.
You know? Like when Emu Tom's son started playing contact football, he broke his forearm, I think, at like 8. And it was is not even just that you have a broken forearm. It's that you're understanding the concept of injury. So I almost like feel like she's going to be weird about playing sports now. And for at least a little bit. Because she was like, what? How did it happen? Who did it to you? I'm like, sometimes you just fall.
You wouldn't believe it. These Muslim guys did it to me.
No, dude, they were super chill about it. Everybody, it sucks. Putting on your pants, your shirt, all that stuff, dude. It's just opening anything. Everything is geared, especially if you have kids, to take two hands because you got to squeeze one, you got to turn.
Plus, you usually open it, and when you open something, I think, did someone with one hand open this?
Already.
Like, was he holding it with his teeth and then ripped it open? Like, whatever it is, a 12-pack.
The guacamole last night from Yokiro.
The guacamole, a letter, it all looks the same.
Yeah.
So now I'm really interested in what it will look like.
It's bad. I can tell you that it's important to have thumb to pinky. Like, I don't have big hands, but they're big enough to shift and capitalize and move around.
Dang. Yeah, typing.
That's what you've got to be able to do. Because I'm also not a Siri guy. So it's a pain in the ass. I'm hoping that tomorrow they tell me I don't need surgery and I get a hard cast and we move on. If they do need to do surgery, then maybe I miss a day of the show and I'm flying out on Saturday with a effed up hand. But we'll work through it. Went to Peppa Pig Land on Saturday.
Wait, real quick. What's your wife saying? Like, is she just like, you're an idiot?
Yeah, weekend warrior.
Well, see, here's the thing, and I think this is probably like this. I think this is probably why wives don't say anything about golf, too, as much as I use golf guys like, but look at that.
I use my brother-in-law.
How do they let them get away with that? Right? You think I'm doing
4 hours on a Saturday
minimum.
Or whatever?
I think those women are like, well, it makes him not crazy. So I have to sort of accept some of the downsides. Like a guy jokingly out there the other day, a couple weeks ago, who's about my age. I was like, yeah, it's still coming out here. He's like, yeah, people always like, I can't believe your wife lets you come out there. And he's like, well, she doesn't want me to kill my family at home. And I'm like, I feel that. So I think, she understands that there's some level of mental peace that I get from going and competing, but it's hard to look at this and be anything other than judgmental.
Right.
I can feel you both doing it right now. So
No, I feel for you.
I'm not walking around looking for any pity. It sucks. I feel like an asshole. I can't believe I have to tell Jackson Torinos or Jacob Mizorowski.
No, just like as you can't like pick Carter up, like she's just looking at you.
She's trying to just look away from it. I can tell.
Remember,
because she doesn't want to say anything mean, and I appreciate that. Sometimes that's the best route.
A couple topics carry over from yesterday on your arm. One, we need a all white cast so that we can get signatures on it, and when the 2026 Milwaukee Brewers win that World Series, you're going to have all their autographs on this cast that will be hanging in our studio, the Game Day Men's Health Studio, gameday.dumbzone.com.
It's a great idea. Phoenix Plants. Pat Murphy signs he's the piece de la resistance on my cast. I had this one came on quick. I knew it was coming off, but do
we need a better story so they'll actually like, oh, okay, I'll do it.
Cancer
arm?
Well,
Dave Drebecki had cancer
yesterday.
arm.
We had the idea of like, can I get to the front of the line in front of the veterans on the plane?
That's our goal.
You need to push him in a wheelchair.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it does kind of throw everything off.
And then the other topic was you chose to go to urgent care, which I found very odd. Just because if I'm ever in especially living here, you live in Grapevine, and there's a hospital in Grapevine. It's one thing if there's a hospital 20 minutes away. Like, it's right there. It's where you live. Wouldn't you go to that emergency room? Like, that seems like solid. I know that's a real emergency room with doctors and stuff. Or you went to urgent care. Which I would never consider doing that if there was a broken bone. Or my kid.
I don't really have much to say.
We've taken our kid to that emergency room. I've taken myself to that emergency room.
To the one at the hospital.
Yeah, I just it's a weird mindset, I guess. I've never thought about it.
And I've never thought about it the other way. That's why I don't really know that I have much of a take.
What would you do, Blake? Your wife's a nurse.
I just assumed they would tell me when I went there. I went to Care
This
Now,
is too
by
much
the way.
for
yeah,
us.
they'd be like, you got to keep it moving, dude.
Care
Like,
now.
And it's different, Jimmy said, than in a private emergency room where they do charge you emergency room prices, even though they're not at a hospital. This was like $150 with my insurance, and they do X-rays there. I assumed they would have said, "This is horrible. You got to keep moving," if it was in fact horrible. But this is where, like, when we would get hurt in sports growing up, this is where we would go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, luckily I don't have to think about any of this stuff now. Like, my wife is in charge of this. If anything were to happen, I call her. What do? I'll let her triage it. But I would think she would tell you to go to the ER to get an X-ray.
Yeah, that is cool to have a nurse wife, just being able to call her.
Sick kid, yeah, injuries. That's you.
What a bonus.
Then she gets naughty.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the demeanor of the people at the place, they weren't, like, panicked. I mean, the guy was like, "Okay, you can probably see this is broken. I can't really tell you, like, if you need surgery or not." He's lifted
Takes a
out
drag on his cigarette.
I didn't love the bubbly nature of the assistant, female.
Yeah.
I don't
Hi,
know.
good morning.
I just wasn't. I mean, it's like,
what brings you in
happened.
today?
And even the lady, like, I was in the lobby. I had kind of tried to figure out, like, a way that wouldn't hurt, and it really involved me kind of hanging my arm like a scarecrow.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady was like, "Are you doing all right?" I'm like, "Not really."
Yeah, I just walked into the
Yeah.
care
Because
now.
I was like kind of making noise, and then we got
Yeah,
back
I'm
there.
doing great.
Got back there, the lady's just like, "All right, let's get your height." I'm like, "No."
All right, step
Yeah,
on the
how
scale.
important is that?
Yeah,
Right now,
it's
and
probably
just-
the same. I've been here before. I don't know. Silly. And then I just wanted to give one PSA. Went to Peppa Pig Land on Saturday, and I don't know if this is going to become a thing across the youth entertainment industry, but for all my Lucy dads out there, this is now the second or third place we've been told you can't bring your pouches in here, dads. So there's like 6 of us. We're like,
That
what
checks for Peppa Pig.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it because of
You can hand them out.
the bad actors in the pouch community? Don't you hate seeing like a couple pouches like
I do.
In the urinal.
oh yeah,
Stragglers.
I'm just going to throw them in there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm just going to it'll just like just on the floor somewhere. You're like, "Wait, what's going on here? What kind of an animal was doing this, and now that's going to make the pouches as if it's the pouch fault."
Yeah, bad PR.
The vape is banned too, and the guy was like really taking pleasure in it.
I can kind of see that a little more.
Yeah, it's all outdoor, and honestly,
But the pouch thing,
I think what you do is you say don't vape, and then all the adults that want to will be smart about it and won't make a huge deal out of it. But the guy, he was like 75 and we're all 40, and he goes, "Oh, is that what I think it is?" Yeah, dude. What is this, prom?
boy, he loves that.
And we all, dude, you talk about a group of like 38 to 44-year-old men all walking back out to their cars by themselves, trying to get another Lucy.
Yes.
Lucy.co/dumbzone.
So you're not
Sit in the
allowed to
car.
have if he saw the
Yeah.
Lucy in your pocket. So if you had just put him in a little plastic bag, he won't know.
And he didn't.
Okay.
Funny.
Hey, I'd like to. Or you're moving on from yours, right?
Yeah, we could do the rest of the Lucy read if you want while we're here.
Oh, okay.
We're talking
You know
Lucy.
what? Go ahead, talk Lucy for a moment with Blake, and continue the weekend check. Because for once, I've had too many hot waters this morning.
Okay, that's
Oh,
fine.
damn.
Lucy.co and use promo code DUMBZONE. That'll get you 20% off. Always free shipping. Lucy is my preferred nicotine pouch. Mine are in my car right now, but I keep that thing on me. I'm an 8 milligram apple ice breaker type. In the regular pouches, they go up to 12. They've got gums, if that's your move. I have not had a single person that I've given a Lucy pouch to who has said anything other than these are the best pouches that I've ever had.
The specialist saw your can at training camp, who I think they were fans of the other product. They tried your Lucy, and I became their mule for the rest of the season.
The plug.
You switched them.
And that's because Blake could get 20% off lucy.co/dumbzone. 20% off and always free shipping. I do subscribe and save, so they'll just ship you those bad boys. Here comes a fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
I'll start while he's in there.
Go.
So Friday we were in Salina. I made the drive west to Denton. Had a Argyle basketball doubleheader. And they both lost.
Oh, no.
So that sucks.
So does that mean, what do you mean boys and girls play back-to-back?
Yeah. Yeah, so we do the girls, got a little 15-minute time in between, do some interviews, pregame, whatever, and then do the boys.
Are they both powerhouses?
The girls are. The boys are rebuilding.
Okay.
But yeah, I had to do the girls game by myself, which I enjoy because that's one of the reasons I do it is to work on my delivery, my confidence, all that kind of stuff. So having to do a game by myself, I don't mind at all. But having to do a loss by yourself is interesting.
Would you ever do it with fake Brad Davis next to you?
Yeah, I really
Yeah,
do.
I mean, that is kind of doing the game by yourself, isn't it?
How fun would that be?
Step back.
Would you
make
think?
Shot.
Would that just diminish the
That's what he does. Blake.
importance of? Or would you
no.
actually do it sometime? Would
Sure.
you let fake? I think that'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah, go for it.
You should take calls like the Desperados with fourth quarter
Yeah.
phonage.
We could.
I got through a couple times.
Do you remember we once did Mark Followell doing
I
real life
loved
play by
that
play?
bit. I loved that bit.
Like Followell was filling in for Bob once, and Jake was there, and we did Followell doing real life play by play. So like he was just doing play by play at the register at the 7-Eleven.
the one by the
Coming up,
studio. Yeah.
Will he grab a meat stick? No,
And
you know.
he will not.
So, but Followell didn't know it. We let fake Brad Davis be his cohort, but we turned off
Didn't
there's
send
a
it
way
to
you
him.
can feed it so the guy you're talking to on the phone wouldn't hear stuff we're doing
Yeah.
when we're making fun of him.
Yeah, we did that to Terry Middleton.
So we basically did that because Followell would not have thought that was funny
No.
to do fake Brad Davis. So I don't even know if he knows to this day.
Yeah, I don't know, Dan. Yeah.
Saturday morning, I went to a funeral.
Thanks, Brad. Oh.
Oh, we were just having fun.
Yeah. It was one of my grandpa's 42 buddies.
Oh, so a life well lived.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was weird because, I had only known him for a year or so, and I only saw him once a week. But going to his funeral and then seeing, what he looked like as a 30-year-old and, all of his kids, and it was fun learning about him. It was weird. Typically, you go there, you're sad, you remember everything, but I was like, I just learned everything about your life.
At least the good stuff.
Yeah.
No one's really highlighting.
No. Yeah, I just knew that he liked Arkansas and he liked those Werther's caramels. But, yeah, he had a job and family and stuff.
Well, that's a real old person thing to know about him.
Oh, yeah.
He likes caramels
Werther's.
Every week he'd bring them and pass them out.
or butterscotch.
I've
Yeah.
been thinking a lot about, and I know we've mentioned this before, it's not that novel of a notion, but just what the old folks' homes are going to be like for people my age.
Mm-hmm.
And is that even a silly, society will be so different, it's impossible to even conceive of just moving forward 40 years, what will that be like? But, man.
I mean, if you move backwards 40 years, could they have conceived of the society we have now?
No, not yeah, probably not.
What
but
is that, 80s?
I'm just thinking about,
Mid-80s?
when you go, to an old folks' home now and people are just sometimes maybe people are just kind of rambling, borderline schizophrenic stuff. That's just the news now. So, when I'm 80, and I'm and then the Unabomber sent something to John Bonet's mom, and then she was married to Ghislaine Maxwell's dad, who, it's just I don't know. Old folks' homes are going to be an interesting look for people from this time.
I can't wait
Jake
to go.
Paul will be the president.
Yeah.
Did he call Bad Bunny a fake American? I saw that headline.
Whatever.
That's very funny to me.
But also, between the dog a few weeks ago and Vern, this guy that Brooks got to know, it's been a nice little just tiptoe into what death is for Brooks. We didn't have to start with Grandpa or something, but he's starting to understand. So I don't want to say that was a part of it from the very beginning, because the reason I started taking Brooks up there is I didn't want him to be afraid of adults. And you got to be nice to the old people. I know they smell bad.
Such
I know
a
they
fine
look
line
funny,
here.
but
I don't want you to be afraid of adults. I also don't want you to hop in their car and.
I thought we said kidnapping is not back. or has gone away.
No, Dan's
I don't know,
right,
I'm
but
just not really
there's a
afraid
way.
of that.
There's a way to
Kidnapping
kind
is absolutely back. Savannah Guthrie's mom.
She's 90.
Yeah, but she's a high value target, dude. Kidnapping is super back. You better
Is it?
watch your ass.
Whatever. Take him.
I mean, you.
Me?
Yeah.
I can't be kidnapped.
Damn, somehow I kind of
don't have a good track
I believe
record
it
of that.
more when he says it than when I say it. I wanted to talk some
Well, I mean,
trash,
Dan could just find my location. He'd come get me.
That's a good point.
Great.
It's a
But
good
will
point.
he go get you?
But yeah, no, the it's not even
Might
just
wait
the
till
be
Wednesday,
afraid of
but
adults
yeah.
thing, but it's just being kind to old people.
Yeah.
Just put it that way. Because really, all you're trying to do, whether it's with the dog, whether it's with the kid with special needs, whether it's with old people, you want your kid to understand other people have a hard time, and you should be chill about it and not make it worse. That's kind of the whole name of the game. And then they're like, can we laugh about it sometimes? And we're like, yes, if you're nice enough.
Yeah. No, I got really proud of him when we would show up, he would go tell everyone hi, give him a hug.
That's
and all that kind of
incredible,
stuff.
dude.
That's where I felt like
So worth it.
maybe I'm not bad at this. Sunday we had our first official softball practice. The
We practiced softball.
The revenge tour's starting.
I did not think that men's adult teams practice softball.
Probably
Yeah,
at
knock
least
some-
get the season started.
Knock some rust off. I mean, I haven't played since July, so go take some cuts, see some grounders,
Did you see Chris,
get the arm loosened up.
Does he go to practice?
No,
the listener of ours who went to every one of your games?
he is coming to at least the first game.
Filmed every at bat Blake had last year without Blake knowing it.
Had no idea.
We should get that TikTok video back out there. Blake mashing. When's the first game?
The 22nd.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh, the night of Jimmy Nelson's comedy.
JimmyNelsonComedy.com, Dallas Comedy Club. His headline.
right?
He's got a
Whatever
show.
Sunday is.
February
Yeah, it's
22nd.
22nd.
And then had a birthday party to go to before a Super Bowl stream. This was on our side of town. It was really close to where softball was, so just swung by. And I've told you that my favorite part of the birthday parties has been Brooks being in the birthday pictures. Get all the kids together. They're all classmates. They all know each other. Then there's Brooks in the middle, cheesing just like everyone else. I have a new favorite thing. And that's when we all sing happy birthday. Brooks loves to sing happy birthday, but he doesn't know the kid's name. So it's happy birthday to, and then he just clams up and he looks around and then just lets it go. And then happy birthday to you.
So you don't make it a point to tell him who's.
No.
He doesn't just
Show
look
up.
on
So
graphics
he's
for
there.
final
Take
2 bullet
20
points.
kids. He's not sure which
No.
one of them we're here for.
No. He took his shoes off and he ran out there and enjoyed the gymnastics floor.
Yeah, the kid doesn't care. The birthday kid's not like, you will. I demand fealty from the newcomer.
No.
And how was your gift bag when you leave? Or his? Are you rating these as you go?
No, we didn't have one for this weekend.
Okay.
But he did. The dad did give me a gift.
Dude, I heard about a slick new move. I don't think I've seen it deployed yet. Somebody else may have to be the first in the group to do it. But my wife was telling me, because, like, I don't think it's just like the wedding thing. It's just this industrial complex, the child birthday industrial complex. Nobody wants to spend the money that they're spending. It's an arms race. The only reason you're doing it is because you did it, and then on down. And that's how the gift bags are. Nobody really wants to get them or give them.
Yeah, who started
There's
it?
nothing good in them usually. It's usually like popcorn, a couple small things. Like the kids are okay with it, but they don't need it. They just see other kids getting them and think they need one. So one, I'm going to say entrepreneurial and giving parent put out like donate to this charity in our name, like and they'll know too.
And then put a QR code for actually they just signed up for a subscription for the Dumb Zone.
That's a great idea too, but I think just
But
putting
they think they're donating.
I just think putting it on the parent of like, I know you thought you were spending $20 on this, you still are. Now pick one of these charities or look like the parent who didn't. I think you make it public.
Right.
That's a nice little bit.
He did have a very established run guy thing because he said he won this birthday party at this gymnastics place at a golf tournament. So it's like a $400 value. He got it for like $175.
Nice.
Didn't tell his wife.
Awesome.
She's like, hey, let's do this party. I thought that was a good bit.
That's a great charity, man. It's our favorite.
Second favorite. Because our first favorite is where we got a winning bid to have Champ come out and have pizza with us on a bus.
Oh, yeah,
we
we
still
need that.
to schedule very soon.
That's true. That's true. We good?
Good.
All
Gucci.
right. Well, then we can talk about Flooring Direct DFW for just a moment. Just a moment.
Yeah, maybe you
As-
missed Valentine's, but I think this is a great thing to get for, like, just get the process moving with your lady. Like, hey, I listened to this podcast. You know what we could use in here, hun? New floors. We don't have to go anywhere. They're going to bring us the samples, and you know what ladies love, Dan? Samples.
They like little tiny facsimiles of something that's actually larger.
They do. They like to inspect it, and Flooring Direct can hook you up with that very easily.
I went to the website landing page, flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ or /dumbzone. Apparently that works. And they've got a little funny bio of us, and then there's a video of Kyle Gibson trying to teach you how to strike out Blake.
Excellent.
That's interesting that they put that up there. Anyway, but that has nothing to do with, yes, they're great deals. Right now, in-stock carpet installed for just $199 a square foot, or beautiful wood-look waterproof flooring, just $5.99 a foot. You can buy now, pay later, 0 interest financing for 36 months. Quick math will tell you that's over a year.
There you go.
There's no way to pin down exactly how long it is. No money down, so free financing until 2029.
And a free estimate. That's the thing. They're going to come out. They're going to tell you what this is going to cost right then and there. Direct. Free estimate. They bring the store to you at flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ 972-449-9456.
From the wonderful world of sports, Radio Sports Scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Blake hates flyovers.
We had a flyover last night. We have a Qualis drone that was out there. Do we have any video of that?
That was exceptional.
Our Qualis drone, Qualis is a big sponsor for all of our game streams, but was flying high overhead the den. Look there.
It's still out there, actually.
Oh,
It is,
okay.
yeah. That's live right now. You
Oh,
can see this
wow.
Clayton's car, my car.
Yeah, so that's Qualis will, inspect your roof, and they'll use a drone to do it. And now we have a drone at all of our big events. And yesterday was the Super Bowl, so that is a big event. And what notes do we have? Oh, I just wanted to say little props to Clayton. We always give thanks to everybody for doing the program, but we never throw it out to Clayton. It's a great looking product on the YouTube, so check that out.
Somewhat ironically, very similar to an offensive lineman. And
Yeah.
then when you don't hear his name,
Right? No. If
probably
something
going well.
something is a little off, then you're like, yes. If you call out his name, then. But generally things go perfect, so that's why you don't really hear much about Clayton. So yeah, the game was fun and stuff. If you want to go watch it on YouTube, that's cool. But the game overall, just as a football game, not very good. No one wants It was funny. Collinsworth was trying to sell the game early on. It's 3-0. It's the end of the first quarter. And we're all like, oh, man. It didn't look like there was going to be a lot of scoring at all. And he was like, oh, man, Mike, this is a pass rush on both of these teams. Both these defensive coordinators are throwing haymakers at each other. So that's how he was trying to sell 3-and-out, 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 field goal. Like, the defensive coordinators were throwing haymakers. I think, our little tiny peanut-sized brains enjoy offensive shootouts, and that's throwing haymakers, right? That, like, scoring is haymaker. But maybe a purist would love that game in some way.
Yeah, I would like to watch a team like Seattle over the course of a season and root for them, but it is not a one-game fun way to play, you know? The Chiefs are a one game, but probably maybe even maddening over the course of the season, but the Seahawks are not, and the Patriots were fortunate to be there. So, I don't know, what was the story coming into the game was Seattle should win handily unless Sam Darnold has a Sam Darnold game, and maybe New England can force him into that.
He had some really good throws, but he also had some puck luck yesterday on not getting any turnovers, I thought.
Had some puck luck, but he also turned down some. There were some times where I think Collinsworth even called it out. You know, it'd be 3rd and 7 or 8. He would kind of put the ball. It wasn't a throwaway, but it was a throwaway because it was 12-0, and they started realizing.
Well, and that's
we may not need to score.
Is it good coaching? Is it Sam Darnold? You know, who do we credit there? But you should give credit for that.
Yeah,
because we've seen. I don't know. Somehow I'm thinking Romo against the
I was about to say Romo just in general.
Just hey, I know we're up, but I mean, yeah, these are good. You know, you grew up in you have a lot of Ravens in you. You're probably going to say, yeah, I got a 12-0 lead. Now, the Ravens have fallen victim to that in the past then they give up a bunch of points in the fourth quarter.
Sure.
By not keeping your foot on the gas. But it didn't look like there was a lot of gas, to be pushed against the New England defense. That's a tough defense as well. And so, yeah.
And to the Haymaker's point, they were coming after him early. New England was blitzing Darnold early, a lot more than they usually do. And he just kind of withstood it. Neither quarterback was good. It's just that Darnold could escape and occasionally make a play, and they really didn't.
The MVP runner-up had a bad game. So not a great day if you really didn't watch a lot of New England football this year, and I think most people didn't.
Yeah.
I think you were not locked into New England, and all of a sudden, wow, look at their record. Oh, they haven't played anyone. Okay, I'll watch them in the playoffs, and then you didn't really see a ton in the playoffs either.
Oh, May was awful. I mean, there's a couple of statistics. If we go back to the year 2000, across 4 games. That's the worst average by EPA. It's the worst average game. Like, it's the worst run ever. Now, he also had an extra
by a playoff team.
Yeah,
not any 4-run for any game.
I think this is minimum 2.
Okay,
and it's average, but still, he did have another game in there to add to how bad it was. But that also could have saved it. But he was terrible. He was terrible in every game this postseason. And I don't know that I was never that in on the guy is the thing. I'm not trying to now say, I just never really thought that he was that special. I would take Jackson Dart over Drake May right now.
Yeah, it's interesting how getting to the Super Bowl, because I think getting to the Super Bowl, many people were saying, okay, Jared Goff, he's a top 5 quarterback now. The first, when he got to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And then your opinions had, shifted over the years. Like, is it just because they're in the Super Bowl? Are they in the Super Bowl because of Drake May?
Well, what about Jalen Hurts? This is that's this on steroids. Where you're like, I don't know how much of that you're really doing on your own. It doesn't matter because it's way better than not having a quarterback at all. But I'm not excited about the career of Drake May.
It feels like the people that did vote for Drake May for MVP over Stafford were saying it was the lack of talent around him that Stafford had. Stafford had all the talent around him, and he has McVay. Whereas Drake May, who named, Diggs, otherwise not a lot of weapons to work with. But he had a bad game. Also, I think having a bad game is the coach of the year. I know he looks football-y, and I would love to have Vrabel as my coach for whatever team I'm rooting for. But I thought early on it was a mistake not to challenge the Cooper Kupp bobbling catch at the sideline.
Yeah.
If you remember that play. I think later in the first quarter, but it was already shaping up to be, this is going to be a defensive haymakers thrown at each other, and that was a play that I might have wanted to look at. In real time, I thought you would look at it. I thought the 4th and 1 down, 4th and 1 at your own 40, when they were down 12-0, I think that's mid-third quarter or so, they elected to punt there. And I don't know. Not that they were rolling or anything. The offense wasn't great, but you actually had only 1 yard to go here. And
well, I think the bigger problem is I'd have to
you're-
go back and watch the play, but they took a deep shot on 3rd and 1. So you just need to run the ball twice. You know what I mean? Plan for 4th down on 3rd down.
well, maybe
They
if you're
clearly
going to
weren't.
take that deep shot, though, that's indicating you're going to go for it on 4th down. You know?
Perhaps. I would just think if I think
I mean, just
I'd like to be
move
able-
the chains is one thing.
Yeah, I'd like to think I can get a yard with 2 running plays if I'm a hard-nosed, tough football team. And I have a quarterback that can run. I know it was also a long one, but you're right. That's a bad punt no matter how you arrived at it.
And then down 19-0
Inexplicable.
in the 4th quarter, so now you score a touchdown. So it's 19-6. And you don't go for 2. If you go for 2 and get it, it's now a touchdown and a field goal, and you can tie. If you go for 1 and get it, which they did,
Was he asked about it?
I don't know.
I didn't see anything.
I-
But did that
yeah,
one?
I need to look at the post-game press conferences, I guess.
There really wasn't any
But it wasn't also
logic
if-
to that.
if it came down to, I mean, once they start fumbling and throwing interceptions and Seattle pours it on a little bit, it didn't matter. So I wonder if the media is going to be hard on that, knowing that, in the long run, it didn't really matter. It was kind of a Hail Mary type thing anyway. You'd have to still then score another touchdown, score a field goal, then
Still.
somehow win in overtime or whatever.
It's a
Yes, but
possession decision
still-
in the Super Bowl. I think you should ask about it. He's the coach of the year, as you said. That's
Yeah.
Well, I'm jealous of the Seahawks. I'm jealous of the direction that some of these teams are headed. There's a lot of articles out there now about the era of the general manager.
So I was reading Mike Sando this morning. Did you read that?
A little bit of it on
Yes.
John Schneider.
And John Schneider, only general manager now ever to win 2 Super Bowls with a different head coach.
Dude, and they're not.
Unless, this is my caveat,
Jerry
we count
counts.
Jerry Jones.
That's a great point, though. But it's not even just like with Schneider. That's a decade apart. There's a chance you could have a Jerry, Jimmy, Barry type thing over the course of 4 or 5 years or something. That's insane. That's a different franchise quarterback, if you even want to call Darnold that. That is complete turnover of your roster. That is probably, honestly, a period of time in which I have to go back and look at their record, but other ownership groups might have fired him. John Schneider, the GM of the Seahawks, just because the pressure was very high, and instead, they ended up putting Pete Carroll out to pasture and sticking with John Schneider. So, yeah, you see Brandon Beane being held on to earlier this year in Buffalo as they fired Sean McDermott. It's an interesting dynamic, but it's undoubtable that John Schneider knows what he's doing. Like the many different ways that team was constructed. It's fun. It's a fun way to do it.
Yeah, he just built a team. They're a very strong team, and there isn't any one thing. They've drafted well, but they've made some key trades. They've made some key free agent acquisitions, like DeMarcus Lawrence is a great acquisition for this year. And, yeah, and obviously the decision, now it might have been helped, as we were earlier, was it last week or a couple weeks ago we were talking about the fact that the Geno Smith negotiations were kind of stalled. Like they were trying to re-sign Geno Smith.
Yeah.
And that wasn't going the way they wanted, so then that's when they decided, well, let's just go get Darnold. And Darnold will accept this offer that we're asking Geno Smith to accept, and he's saying no. Okay, well, I'll take Darnold then. I don't know that they really considered them to be that different of quarterbacks. But he may have said, hey, Darnold has shown a little more, last year. And if I'm going to get Darnold at the same price or less, then, yeah, let's go with Darnold. And he got Darnold at the same price or less, and they're 14-3. The other weird note, they have a winning record against everybody on their schedule this year except – do you know, Blake?
Mm-hmm.
The Rams?
Go ahead.
Baker.
Oh.
Because they were one.
Okay.
They had 3 losses this year. One's against the Rams. One's against the 49ers. I learned that from Saad today.
Got it. The Rams numbers are insane. Like the fact that the Rams and I guess it's Chris Shula have just been able to figure out Darnold and whatever they're doing, but nobody else has. I don't know. It's
they've also
it's a weird one.
Been good offensively against them. Right?
Wait, let me back up.
Because you said
the Rams have so Seattle scored against they were both pretty high scoring games, right?
Yeah.
The Rams have only been able to score against Seattle. Seattle's surprisingly been able to score against the Rams. Yeah. It's not a team that jumps off the page at you. Like nobody's going to pick them to repeat. Right?
No.
It's not like when the Eagles or Chiefs wins and immediately. But if the Patriots had won, people probably would have started that hype train. But nobody. You're going to look at the NFC and you might not even have them in the top 3.
Yeah, I thought watching the matchup last night, we could have I don't know. I just feel like with how much turnover there is in the NFL and these two teams playing first place schedules, they may get wild card berths.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Where was Seattle last year?
Didn't Seattle win a lot of one score? Well, was that the year before? Anyway, I don't know. Watching the Chiefs and the Eagles, you're right. You think they're going to repeat. But those two teams last night, I don't know if they could stay in it.
What was the Seahawks final record last year?
Like what kind of schedule do they have this year?
Yeah.
10-7?
Yeah.
Okay, that's no.
But the other thing too is just that the NFL is a perfectly fine-tuned machine. Like and then in the final game, it seems like it breaks a little bit. But like all the playoff games just seem like a perfectly calibrated marketplace. And then I don't know, for whatever reason, when you get to the Super Bowl, it seems like too often there's a
that used to be the case all the time,
right?
And it was because of a big discrepancy between the
conferences.
Yeah, remember when it was Cowboys 49er, like that's the real Super Bowl?
Sure.
It turns out Rams Seahawks is probably the real Super Bowl. We just didn't have that feeling like you used to. Like, well, whoever the AFC sends over is going to lose.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people. I saw the meme last night of just replacing the Super Bowl graphic with the Amazon Thursday Night Prime football graphic because that's how the game felt. It was just, oh God, everybody just waiting to get this over with.
Where's that dog? Let's talk about Ownwell for a moment. Ownwell is a way that you can reduce your property taxes. I've done that. It takes like 5 minutes, if that, to just go sign up initially with Ownwell, and then you're going to kind of forget you did it. And then next year, they're going to go, oh, hey, Ownwell here, we went over your property taxes this year, and we saved you $1,000. Like, they will save you money. And so there's other services that do this too. Ownwell will take the least amount of money as a payment, like 25%, whereas other places 40, 50% of whatever they save you. So if Ownwell saves you $1,000, it'll cost you $250. Thank you, Ownwell.
Yeah, and again, you're only paying if they save you money. Ownwell.com/thedumbzone is where you go for a no-risk, very easy setup of this process. Ownwell.com/thedumbzone. If you're trying to save money, you hear about like, oh, you can get $1 off this, $1 off that, maybe a free coffee here. Ownwell can save you hundreds of dollars on your property tax bill without you having to do a thing other than go to ownwell.com/thedumbzone.
Elsewhere,
I have a statement to make.
Ooh. Mark that, Beth.
People make mistakes. Kim spin aside, I think Mike Tirico might be good. He's not great. And I definitely think he would get a painting of himself over his own mantle, like Jim Nantz. I don't think he's quite Nantz's level of sticking his ass, though. He's on the same path.
He's on that. Yeah, he's on that trajectory. He sees himself as Jim Nantz.
Loves art.
I am the voice of NBC. I lead the whole network.
Prestige.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You never felt that from Joe Buck.
No, I don't even know.
You thought he was solid.
I was in a different era, but I never felt that way about Pat Summerall. Like, I mean, obviously he had gravitas, but he didn't seem like the type of guy who would just shit on a waiter.
I wonder if this is a Fox thing. Just because I mean, it's an old style thing. It's like Walter Cronkite is the face of the network, but sports wise, it was Musburger was the face of CBS. Then they fired him, and then they did it to elevate Nantz, and Nantz has been like the guy, and I think that's how Tirico views himself: as I'm the whole network. If there's an Olympics, something, I'm on it.
And that's working against me. And when I say that I don't mind him, because I acknowledge all that, but I just think he calls a good game. And maybe it's just that I like the booth.
Yeah, I like Collinsworth.
They're just good together. Even if it's corny at times, I think they're a good booth.
Any MVP thoughts?
No. Other than, much like the WNBA and the sports person of the year, it should just be, quote, the Seahawks defense. And I promise you that if you were to sit down with the Seahawks or a film room coaching staff or whatever and let them decide, the most important player in the game, other than maybe Christian Gonzalez from keeping it from being a blowout, because he had felt like 3 or 4 PBUs on deep balls. There's definitely a player on the Seahawks defense that was the most important. I just can't tell you. TV copy, I don't know what I'm looking at as much, but I promise you in their meeting, there's
kind of like after
one of those DBs or one of those tackles where they're like, holy shit.
Right, kind of like a Micah would make everyone around him better type thing, but Micah didn't end up with stats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And absent a very good offensive performance, that's probably one of those guys. Because, I mean, Christian Gonzalez basically took JSN out of the game. But they did do they tried some stuff where they put him in the backfield, ran him out, and then they would run a screen to the other side. Clint Kubiak, new head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, wait. Did we know that already? It's not just this
last
morning,
night.
is it? Oh, okay.
I think it was just like confirmed. It was a rumor, but he couldn't say it. Hell, they sold the team this morning, right? There's Jody Allen. The Seahawks are transferring ownership.
Well, I knew they had to do that. It was since Paul Allen died. They've been working on that, I think, for quite a few years.
Right, but I feel like this is it. Like that end of that season was it. Or like that it's on sale now. The Allen family is getting out.
We can't have another lady owner? I want lady owners.
She got to hold the trophy, which is insane.
Do you like that?
100-year-old lady. Like, here you go.
What do you think about handing the trophy to the owner first?
I hate it. I heard somebody else talking about it. I thought it was normal, but apparently they don't, and I can't confirm this. But apparently they don't even do this in other countries where, you have like some Russian mobster or some like oil sheik who owns a team. They don't even get to do it.
Right. That's why, I hated Dumont.
Oh my God.
Holding like the Western what are you doing there at all? Like, what have you done? The only thing now that we know he's done is just tear the whole thing apart. But when they got to the finals and Luca's on the podium and kids up there and all that, it's like, okay, let's hand this to Patrick Dumont. We had never seen him. We had no idea who he was. He's just smiling.
Yeah, and what are you going to do when all the teams are owned by 12 different investment groups?
Right. Which is,
put a BlackRock T-shirt on it.
Yeah.
There was a little talk about, could it be a kicker wins the MVP?
Would have had to make a long one.
Would have had to make a couple long ones and the game winner, something like that. I think the only kicker that could win an MVP in the Super Bowl, I think we know him.
Can I play you a little bit of audio? We'll dance around, weave it in, do the weave.
The weave.
Okay, so this is, we're going to play, how do I want to do this? So this is an NBC graphic, and they've got to tell the story of Mike McDonald with a cartoon, okay? Now, they decided, because what would you do? I don't know. I don't know anything about the guy.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's a defensive coach. He came from the Ravens. He sees his kid 30 minutes a week.
Does a Raven turn into a Seahawk?
Oh, okay. Did you miss that story during the playoffs, Dan?
Yes, I missed.
Well, he didn't say it like in a bragging way like guys used to, like grind culture-y. But they were like, what's your week like? I mean, I think they brought up his young son. And he's like, well, I try to be there for about 30 minutes on Thursday afternoon. Other than that, I don't really see him during the season.
Okay, yeah.
But that's what I know about him. I don't know anything about him. I guess I do know his last name.
You know how much I love special teams, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm going to leave this part in here, too, just because we know this from Brandon, Tarico, and it's very apparent once it's in your head if you watch a game he does. The guy lives for special teams.
You know how much I love special teams, right, partner?
Yes, sir.
My Super Bowl.
Overlap.
Dixon with the kick. It's short. Jones says stay away. And they're able to keep the Schooler away from that one. And it's down at the 27-yard line.
All right, graphic time.
Mike McDonald's closing in. He's 16 minutes, 55 seconds from becoming a Super Bowl champ. He was born in Massachusetts, moved to Georgia.
Can you hear any what those sound effects are? That was a chicken.
Yeah.
He was born in Massachusetts, moved to Georgia at the age of 7, played high school ball there, went to the University of Georgia, go Dogs, and then he was about football and being around it, grad assistant. But then he had a business finance degree as well. He was going to work in finance, but
There are a number of shots of a cartoon farm.
2014, that coaching dream alive. He got an internship with the Ravens, and a dozen years later, here
There's
he
a
is,
rooster.
the third youngest person to be a head coach in the Super Bowl. And he's got a chance to be one of the youngest Super Bowl winners ever.
Okay, they just did Old McDonald.
Oh,
They just got the
okay.
song Old
Oh,
McDonald.
his name is McDonald.
And
Okay.
then did a bunch of graphics of like a chicken coop, a barn, showed some chickens, showed some cows. Has he been to a farm ever? I don't know.
Okay, I couldn't pick that up.
Is it that unique of a last name so that you could focus in on it? Like if his last name were like Drifter,
Right.
they're like, what are we going to do? I don't know. Get the Old McDonald graphic. Here's one reason I respect Tarico more than Jim Nance, because you knew at some point we were going to have to cover the Drake May has been to a Super Bowl in this stadium before story. Now, when Jim Nance told the story, you would have thought Drake May had cancer. It was just down on his luck, and here he is. He was fortunate enough as a local street urchin to find his way into the biggest game of them all.
Right, and he had to point out it was second deck or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they showed a picture of it last night.
Yeah.
Is this spoiling anything for you?
Well,
Well, this is the second Super Bowl played here when the Carolina Panthers were here against Denver in Super Bowl 50. Drake May had a seat with his dad in section 108. Melissa asked him about it right before.
I mean, I don't know. I've been to a bunch of stadiums. There must be two 108s if that's not a great seat. They're standing in the lower bowl. Like they're almost on the field.
Well, what about the thing around his neck? Do you remember?
No.
He had a lanyard.
Oh, the VIP. Yeah, he had a VIP.
He had a VIP pass. They were on the field
I don't-
moments before that.
Yeah, there you go.
He's a little kid.
108.
His dad was the quarterback at the University of North Carolina. He's very well known, very successful businessman. And he was pretty much royalty there.
Yeah.
And he had a pass to get in. They got into the Super Bowl free. And then he was probably walking around on the field.
At least Tarico
with
will
the
just
players.
say it. Section 108. No sad story. No like, oh, how magical. Let me see what this one is.
And it was in San Francisco.
Because I had a little editing error.
Because that was part of Nance's thing. It was in San Francisco.
Oh, the stars have aligned.
Right.
Let me see what this is.
You see a little jawing there as Stephon Diggs was involved with one of the Seahawks defenders. Meantime, we have some rocket scientists running on the field, and they'll get that fan at some point. Actually, the player's going to try to help corral him as well and bring him down and get him out of here.
Okay, we'll come back to that, but this is a streaker, folks.
Do you know what time of game is that?
About 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Because I want to. I might be able to roll or figure out what the New England Patriots radio is doing. So.
I would love that.
Okay.
So we had streaker on the field. It was also a weird moment. Yeah, you can see it on video here. Because there was a Seahawks hit a Patriot player out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Diggs got up, went after the player, and then there was like a punch thrown, but nothing happened. And during the time they were trying to settle all that out, that's when this happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
can you be called a streaker if you're wearing pants? Like he's wearing full pants. He just has no shirt.
That's a good point. I think you probably do have to.
Why do you want him to run pants off?
Because that is the definition of streaker.
Right.
Otherwise, it's guy running with his shirt off. Say that. I want a visual. You are painting a picture for me. I'm an audio guy.
And I think shirt off, pants on is closer to fully clothed than it is to being naked.
Yeah, do
the
other way
You're
around.
not halfway there.
Do the other way around.
That's
right.
That's a play.
Let's see Tirico, and I think they're going to bring in Terry here. This is just fun.
Mike Vrabel's in a heated conversation with Eugene Hall, the side judge who was getting involved in the situation that was going on with Stephon Diggs. Eugene Hall's working his 4th Super Bowl. He was trying to jump in and defuse this. This was out of bounds on the Patriots sideline, and that hit over there that happened, which caused Diggs to come back after Josh Jobe. No flags were thrown, and the officials got in there quickly. Terry McCauley, should that have been a foul on Seattle with the hit out of bounds?
Absolutely, Mike. He's out of the play. He's clearly out of bounds. He knocks him down.
And a punch there, Terry, as you saw.
Yeah, he absolutely should have been penalized.
Is he going to get thrown out of the game?
No, he can't. He can't, Chris, because they didn't throw a flag at all on the field. So New York can't do anything with this at this point.
I didn't know that. I mean, they have clear as day the dude taking a full swipe, and he almost hit the ref in the face.
So New York can't
because they didn't flag it.
Wire in and say throw a flag now?
No,
yeah, I guess you can't.
I guess not. And they also, if there's no flag, no infraction, they can't.
Because you don't review flags.
Right. Which is probably how those Desperados players got away with the pitchfork thing, is that you don't flag it. Now, everyone saw it.
Not Diallo Bergs.
But he's one of the classiest guys on the roster.
But I thought Diggs deserved it too.
Yeah.
That would have been an easy spot for the double flag. But it did seem like... Do you feel like the refs were under a...
Let's not make this a ref game.
It's a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's every year at the Super Bowl. If they're like, look, if it's agreed, early on, maybe, later in the game, there was a holding call that negated a touchdown, which
was a little...
Which was an odd, if you haven't been doing that all game type thing, it was odd. But it felt like they were swallowing the whistle, as they say. And on that play in particular, because that's a real time when they love to, everybody will whip their flags out when something like that's going on.
Yeah. Back, I think, to the...
Now all of a sudden we're letting them kind of...
Yeah, fight.
So despite the punch, he stays in.
That's correct.
Which was open-handed at the back end of it. You saw the punch being thrown from the opposite side. Meantime, the security on the field here just cleaning up the situation with the incursion by the fan, and one security officer who tackled the rocket scientist, the idiot who ran on the field, is being congratulated by the folks as he comes to the sideline for keeping the peace. So in any case...
Okay, so there's a high horse.
We did
Tirico,
a double rocket scientist.
Double rocket scientist. That guy's name is Alex Gonzalez. And he is a repeat offender.
A Super Bowl repeat?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
He did it in, I think, 2024. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah. He did it in 2024, and he's like a day trader with 1 million followers on Instagram, and he runs 30-day like boot camps where he teaches you how to trade. And on the back of then in 24 and last night, he's got his social media handles written on his body. Last time he did it, he said he made a ton of money from it. He documented his, he said it was about $40,000 total in jail and legal fees.
What if he Kalshi'd it?
Dude.
Can't you Kalshi whether you...
Yeah.
There's going to be a streaker in the Super Bowl?
We were talking about that last night. I don't know how you would, because, like, does that count?
If you're the one who is the streaker.
No, if you don't take your pants off.
Yeah.
Like, if you misunderstand the bet or your buddy or whatever, because I saw, and I don't even know how to follow this story. Maybe we can do it the back half for tomorrow. But the guy who clearly was an insider on the halftime show, he made like $5 million. There were 10,
what halftime show?
Last night, there was somebody who was involved in production or something, because they knew every single yes, no. Like, will Cardi B appear? Yes. Will Drake appear? No. And put together a parlay ticket of length, everything. It was, I don't know, 40 or 50 bets on the slip, and they won $4 million. It's very clear, that this is happening. Now, that one might have been Poly Market or something, but we've got it happening with the government now. Like, there's somebody
betting on Venezuela or something. Right?
Somebody thinks we're striking Iran today because they've placed some serious bets this morning. And I don't know. It's a weird, weird world. Like, I felt like we were already in gambling world. And then this year, for whatever reason, I don't know. It's a different level. But shout out to Alex Gonzalez, because not only is this the second time he's done it, he's making money. He doesn't care. He just gets sent to jail for a night and then posts through it. Like, this is what you do if you were. He said that he's made a lot of money, and he didn't want to be a guy who is sitting in an old folks' home or sitting around when he was old saying, I wish I would have done more stuff with my money. Which I respect.
Yeah, why not? It's certainly a dream as a kid. I'm not up for getting tackled by 7 security guys and probably given the business. But if you are, I think you deserve your 1 million followers and to get a boost from today. You want to take a break and then we can talk about maybe the commercials and the halftime show?
Sure.
All right.
The Dumb Zone. The Dumb Zone. The Dumb Zone. The Dumb Zone.
You tell them what doors need to be replaced. Usually you know because they kind of suck.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll come take a look, and then they'll build those doors, and they get it all ready right outside your house, actually. And they can do it all in one day. They come replace them. And there's a lot of things I didn't even know about doors. Like you need, until they told me, like you need a solid door to keep noise out of certain rooms.
How's that working?
Great.
Or to keep the noise in.
Or to keep the noise in your dreams, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
All the noise that's going on in your room.
When she's screaming to get out.
Okay, all right. Yeah. But the solid doors do make a huge difference in keeping noise out. And I think, like, so many people, seems like everybody nowadays is working from home. So
good.
That's why it's been great for us.
Good for kidnapping.
Kidnapping?
Ariel Castro type thing.
Yeah.
No.
If I were to keep
I'm just talking about working from home when you're on a call. You got a lot going on in the other house.
With these doors.
No, none of those things.
But I'll tell you, another thing I'm not going to do is pay full price.
That's right.
OneDayTexas.com/promo30.
Hi, Rick Renner for Flooring Direct. Back in my TV days, I used to think negative publicity was better than no publicity at all. That's not the case at Flooring Direct. We thrive on reviews. A 4.7 Google star rating, top of Home Advisor and Best Picks. I won 13 of these babies in TV, but there's nothing comparing to the Super Service Award on Angie's List for 2 decades running and still champion. Get your free estimate today.
We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
Quality Roofing, we've got drones.
Boy, they do. And they're going to take those drones, fly them up top, and get a good look at that roof and inspect it.
They will. I never knew that until you told me last week.
The whole lead up.
I was last week years old when you told me that Quality Roofing has drones. But yes, apparently the insurance companies recommend you get your roof inspected twice a year? I think that's a little ridiculous. Let's at least make it once, though.
But
and
the drone makes sense now, though, because you don't. I mean, if you're going to be going up there, once, twice a year?
Yeah,
you're going to need a drone for that.
QualisGC.com. They're great. They're great with listeners of our show. We've had tons of people just come up to us and tell us how awesome the experience was with Qualis. I don't have to have anybody to tell me how awesome my experience was. They put a new roof on my house. I wasn't sure if I needed one. I knew that we haven't had a new roof in over a decade. And they went up there, inspected it, and they're like, yeah, you got a lot of hail damage here, man. So we'll take care of it. They took care of everything. They dealt with the insurance company for us. I didn't have to do all the calls on that end, and all we paid is the deductible. So Qualis Roofing, go to QualisGC.com. Do they have a number?
They do. The phone number is 817-500-9008, and all of those are interesting copy points. But there's one final one.
That's where he was leading you guys in it.
It doesn't matter.
Qualis Roofing, we've got drones.
Magnificent.
I just got rear-ended. Should I call the insurance company?
It's always best to talk to us before dealing with the insurance company.
Okay, but I don't think I can afford a lawyer.
Don't worry. You don't pay us anything up front. No hidden fees, no surprises.
Oh, thank you. I feel so overwhelmed right now.
Before you call the insurance company, call Frankel first. Frankel and Frankel. Call 214 or 817 all threes.
Great to mention Community Mechanical, because if there's one advertiser of ours that loves breasts,
sure,
it would be Community Mechanical.
Sure.
Right? And kind of just like looking for a lump, a little preventative maintenance there.
Nailed it.
So they will come out to your house and they will, what do you call that? It's not a euphemism, but they will look for a lump. It's an
analogy.
An analogy, sorry.
See if they can find the lump on your unit.
They found a lump in my attic. As
Maybe
a matter
they
of fact, it was seeping out carbon monoxide. They say that's very bad, and they reattached that, fixed things up, gave me kind of a big tune-up around the house. They're great.
And mine had cancer, so they just replaced the entire system.
They'll do that too.
Yeah,
they can do that. You get to choose.
But if you have misdiagnosed cancer, like Brandon Aubrey did,
could end up spending a fortine on radiation. When all you
he had
needed
another
was,
company saying it would cost him $15,000, and they were like,
Ravinquid.
"Actually, what if we replace this one part for $100?" And his system works great. That's what they'll do for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because they love breasts and HVAC at Community DFW. Call or text Travis anytime, 469-667-7290. That preventative maintenance is key. But as Blake said, if you do need a new system, they'll replace it for you. And while you're there, they'll get you a sit-in for the show as well. Hit up Travis today, communitydfw.com.
Let's get real. There's been a stigma around low testosterone and erectile dysfunction. At game day, we say any guy who walks in the door, comes in, and we shake his hand, come on in. There's no shame in your game. You know, we're going to treat you just like a brother. We're going to make you feel comfortable, and we're going to get you in and out of there as fast as you want. And if you think about it, half of guys are going to struggle with these issues, whether it's ED, low T, over 1 in 4 guys are going to struggle with low testosterone at some point. It's time to just make this stuff normal, right? And at game day, that's what we do.
Trident Access Services, I had garage door bad, but after just one email wrote, could I call your dad? Had a brand new door put in just a single day. Trident Access Services, holy crap, hooray.
Give up.
Door was sad and sucky, flaccid at its best. But Jeremy and the fellas said, just put your fear to rest. If you need some help like me, just call the boys today. Trident Access Services, holy crap, hooray.
Yeah, the website is txtrident.com. Hit up Jeremy at 817-512-1212. And we learned through Grady that if you're a listener, you get 10% off.
Belichick snubbed for the Hall of Fame on his first year of eligibility is the Luka trade of Hall of Fame inductions. Like, trades are always made, inductions are always made. But very rarely is there something that happens and that everybody except for Matt Brunig says, this is... Brunig hopped on this one. Did you see it yesterday?
No.
Oh, yeah. He's right back at it.
I love it.
He's right back at it.
No days off.
He also got a Barstool
I saw that
article written about how dumb he is.
It only feeds him.
I've criticized the NHL in the past. They have when you retire 5 years later, you're eligible for the Hall of Fame. The second Wayne Gretzky retired, they said, next year you're in the Hall of Fame. Like right now. That's what should have happened. Like if indeed there was some behind-the-scenes thing going on and the votes came in and actually, whoa, Belichick didn't get in. The Hall of Fame should have never...
red.
The Hall of Fame should have never let that get out. They should have said, we're the Hall of Fame. And Belichick's in the Hall of Fame. You won more Super Bowls than everybody.
Okay.
You've done this and this. You're in the Hall of Fame. That's just ridiculous.
In the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone. No pump it, 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 no puppet. No puppet. The puppet. You're the puppet. No puppet. No puppet. The puppet. You're the puppet. No puppet. A puppet. No puppet. A puppet. You're the puppet. The puppet. The puppet. No puppet. No puppet. The puppet. You're the puppet. No.
The dumb zone.
Well, Jim, we saw Sarah Thomas make the call on that fourth down. History has been made today as she becomes the first female to officiate a Super Bowl. Just an inspiration to everyone, Jim.
No question. Tremendous job.
Yeah, she's inspiring. A lot of young women out there, and that's great to see. And great for everyone in the NFL.
As a young woman who's somewhere, I gotta say I'm feeling very empowered by this. I'm feeling very girl bossified right now. I feel like I can go out and live my truth. You know. Now I can finally be a referee. Before this, I thought there's no way that me as a woman could become a referee. And right now I'm shooting low. I'm going for like third grade soccer games, $10 a game. But like, it's just really inspiring. I got nothing to say about her too.
What? What do you mean?
So like, she's really inspiring and she's calling the game. Look at her go. She's doing where everyone else is going. It's so cool. It's literally a referee. I genuinely don't care. Literally, it's a referee! Oh my gosh, the first female McDonald's worker. No! I don't care!
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
Check us out on DZTV tonight and every night at 9 o'clock on Channel 27 in Dallas or the Fox local app, wherever you are. Last night was a big stream night on the YouTube. So I guess that's done until
the draft.
Oh, yeah.
Until NFL draft night.
I love doing the draft.
Hey, you know how you're really bummed we lost to Marcus Lawrence?
Mm-hmm.
Just play along. One more quick piece of audio here for you.
Dang it.
No, it's my bad.
bad.
It's my bad. This may be wrong anyways.
Guys, Jamarcus Lawrence's wife, Sasha, is...
By the way, this is not Ear Eater. They had 2 lady reporters, but you didn't really ever see... Is her name Kaylee Hartung?
Yeah, the one with the big mouth.
I guess I didn't know, but...
What, like a Muppet type thing, or...?
I just feel like you could fit a basketball in there.
Okay, well, right now we're going to fit a report.
Guys, Jamarcus Lawrence's wife, Sasha, is here tonight, 37 weeks pregnant with their 6th child. She also brought her doctor along. Now, Jamarcus and his teammates have had some deep conversations about what he'll do if his wife goes into labor during this game. His teammates said, it's not guaranteed you'll make another Super Bowl, but you can have another baby. If she goes into labor, Jamarcus told me he will not be alerted, and that was Sasha's choice. So he told her, whatever you got to do, this can't happen today.
She's still here. It's 3rd and 5. He's trying to step up. He lost the football.
And now the Seahawks defense just keeps wrecking havoc. But I just could hear Dan saying, you can have another baby. Mm-hmm. Look, we have 5 other ones. I've never been in a Super Bowl before, and his teammates telling him the same thing. I thought that was
like
uplifting.
somewhere, it wasn't that long ago, I would have been on the golf course.
Right. Yeah.
Something I do like
with
4 times a week.
Or with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But now I'm in the Super Bowl, so if I could skip this one, babe.
That's awesome. I love that. I wanted to promote the fact that we do these YouTube streams, and that when we do a big stream, just like the draft, Qualis Roofing will be with us. Qualis Roofing is always with us, Jake. I kind of feel like Qualis is over us right now.
The foundation of our operation, despite the fact that they do roofs, including the Dragon Den's roof.
So QualisGC.com, they got a drone. Look at that. They're above us right now, looking over the Dragon Den of inequality, but look at that roof.
Dude, I bet you
what are your neighbors doing in the driveway? Get them out of here.
I bet you the first company that saw them using a drone was like, why didn't we think of that?
Yeah. And now they've got proprietary thing on that. They can't do it. The other companies use like hot air balloons,
pigeons that they then try to, get the
they
report from them.
And yeah, that's the Qualis drone right there. We'll be at all our big events. Could be at your house too if you just get a free look at your roof.
There's money up there. They'll take care of the insurance for you. You just pay the deductible. If you get a new roof, you get a sit-in. But it all starts with having them come out and do that free inspection. Our boys, 817-500-9008 or QualisGC.com.
Qualis Roofing, we've got drones.
Any commercials stick out to you?
So I like the Dunkin'. I guess Dunkin', it's really odd, but Dunkin' Donuts somehow gets a huge budget every year.
Got my free coffee this morning.
I don't think that.
What'd you get that for? Was there like a Super Bowl special?
Based on the commercial, they had a promo code.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, this guy runs the ball.
He does. I don't know that we in this part of the country, although I don't think I understand the market cap or like the cultural penetration of Dunkin'. It's just never been a part of my life. So
big in the north, right?
It's pretty big in the north, sure.
They used to have a bunch down here when I was a kid because I remember going to get Munchkins and they just disappeared. And then now they're like slowly starting to pop up in these like new little shopping strips and stuff.
But it's almost like, would they have the commercials if they didn't have identifiable Boston celebrities with which to marry the product? Do you know what I mean? Like, here's Matt Damon, here's Ben Affleck, here's Tom Brady, here's Julian Edelman last year.
Did they not do this last year's Super Bowl?
Yeah, they did. But I'm just saying that Dunkin' is a Boston thing. And they've got famous Boston people.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought you meant because New England was in the Super Bowl.
No, I just mean Dunkin' knows.
I didn't know Dunkin' is like associated with Boston.
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I could be wrong about that, but I think
sense.
That is the thing of, like, I think they did a Dunkin' commercial on SNL some years ago, and it was like Casey Affleck, and it was very dark and just, I don't know. I think that's their vibe.
I watched the 2-minute version on YouTube this morning.
They're good.
Yeah.
It's funny. They obviously have, like, I mean, it's well written.
It's like a spoof of a.
Dude, do you remember last year they got Kendall Roy in it, and he got covered in, like, goop? Do you remember that?
I don't.
And he apparently is real method acty and was treating the Dunkin' commercial like it was The Godfather.
That's awesome.
I mean, I'll take it. I don't know what the point of spending all that money is, but, like, okay, I guess Blake's going to go get his free coffee, so
that's all I care
spend
about.
$3 million. Why not?
The only other one that really stands out to me as a well, I really want Clayton's thoughts on this, because I picture Clayton as a guy who probably has a bunker. He's got most of his assets in gold or silver,
guns,
and guns, and yes,
MREs.
If
you need to bug out,
if it all goes down, this guy will be left standing for sure. And the Ring doorbell app seems to have caused quite a bit of buzz.
Dude.
Nope.
The commercial, what's the word no? What does that mean?
I'm not putting a camera that has internet access in that the NSA and anybody that has half a brain of how to hack that thing can get access to it.
So apparently they have a setting now. They put it under the heading of the lost dog epidemic that apparently.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
They're airing a spot. It's kind of like the spoof spot of the Snuggie. Is it called the Snuggie? The blanket with arms in it?
Yes. Yeah.
You ever see the spot? It's not a spoof. The real spot is like, don't you have trouble with blanket? And you just can't lay with your blanket, and like you can't watch TV because you can't.
The classic black and white struggle.
Way.
Like,
yeah, but what if you had this, and now here you are watching TV?
Are you
and
tired
you're
of losing your dog?
Right.
Well,
is that this problem that really, like, very rarely, even in this neighborhood, maybe in the 10 years we've lived in this neighborhood, one or two times have seen signs up for a lost dog, but apparently this is like, you could put on the lost dog, just hit a button, and that way whoever else hit the button to say, I want to be in the lost dog world.
They call it a search party, right?
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
You will now be able to look at everybody's Ring doorbell camera in your neighborhood.
That's insane.
Well, didn't you get a notification?
Yeah, that's what I was
going to
say. Is that
during the stream?
It's not just that you can see
about
That's
fireworks?
what this is, Dan. It's not just that you can see everybody else's camera, or I don't even know about that part. It's that you're opting into some sort of AI sharing program where by taking all of the data to the cameras they have, they can create a timeline and basically a narrative. And have you look out for like, hey, this could be coming. And in your case, it showed up last night. That's what that was. Your doorbell telling you like, hey, there may be some ne'er-do-well kids in the neighborhood throwing firecrackers.
So, because I'm not
It
going
ain't
to
for
sign up
dogs.
for this, but even though I'm not signing up for it, I do have the Ring app. I do if I'm at the Game Day Men's Health Studio downtown, gameday.dumbzone.com. If I'm there and somebody wants to deliver a package here, I can talk to them. Like, I can see them.
Yeah.
So it is hooked up online. So you're saying some other hacker could already be in there.
Well, and that's why I
surveilling every time I take the boys out for a.
Yeah.
They could.
People, I mean.
And some people put these Ring doorbells in their house.
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
The
that
indoor
nanny
camera.
cam you have can be hacked and has been hacked.
I come get a look at the show. I don't know.
Don't they have access to your TVs? Wasn't that a thing?
In the Fort Bragg book, they talked to one guy who's like,
Yeah.
they can get your TV easily if they want it.
Like now?
Your computer, your TV, anything easily.
But I put the little sticker on my computer.
Foolproof. Foolproof.
I spend a solid hour on the weekends just throwing off the algorithm on me just because I know I need to get ahead of this. So I'm looking up let me look for new cars or stuff like this, and
Ebony.
I want to buy a house here. Let
Ebony.
me look at this. Just to
I ain't gonna throw them
mess
off.
with the algorithm.
No, this is still Clayton. He's still on Ebony. No, I used to think about this when it came to trying to kill your family, because you have to start so far ahead of when you intend to do it. because of that sort of thing. You know, if you're going to go to the library and use the computer, you need to be.
It has to be 4 years ahead.
And you might need some red herrings, like he's just talking about. But no, the discourse online, and I don't think it's a stretch. I mean, even if you don't want to make it about race, which I kind of do just because KJ, our buddy, was very popular on the Nextdoor app when he lived in Uptown. He would get alerts all the time to like suspicious man in hat walking. He's like, it's me. It's me.
He's in
it's
the
me.
hat.
It's me. So I don't know if it's that, but it is just very big brothery. Like, okay, I want to see what's in front of my house. I don't need to know. You're not that far away from getting the alert of like, you know, such and such has been spending a lot of time at such and such's house. We noticed. Do you have any comment on that? Very weird. Given that, this feels very Wayne's World-y, but given that we do know from the good folks at Game Day Men's Health that you can get your prostate checked without getting fingered.
Mm-hmm.
I fought hard for it. I went and spoke before a panel of learned doctors and told them that the key to happiness is just getting more guys to understand a finger in there is not the end of the world. In fact, maybe the start of a new one. But there was a commercial for some sort of prostate cancer screening, and that you could do with blood now. And the tagline was "Relax your tight end."
Okay.
And they got a number of tight ends. So of course they had Gronk wearing the Bucs uniform. Now that might have been because they also had Bruce Arians narrating. Who
was it an actual NFL license uniform or just the colors?
It was an NFL license uniform.
Oh.
Was Bruce Arians with the Bucs or just the Cardinals?
Both.
Bucs.
Yeah.
Both. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what. Then that made sense. But it was like Delaney Walker, Tony
Yeah.
Gonzalez was in it, and the whole point of it was just, you know, you don't have to get. It kept showing like a butt unclench, and I thought that was good.
It is interesting how didn't we have another? I don't know if it was a billboard or something, but just these things that we thought were so risque a while ago. Now you're just putting them in national ads, which got me thinking yesterday, because we were talking when you were leaving, and I asked you. I think I fired in a couple Lucy's, and I'm an old. I used to chew tobacco, still do, but you know the Lucy is I think a lot better as far as cleaner for me. I still spit, and I asked you, and you said you swallow. And is this going to be in a mainstream ad someday? Do you spit or swallow? Just for all of us that.
Yeah, I mean you'll see that in like European ads, right? There's a lot more
And then it'll be like a hot
sex.
chick. I swallow.
Yeah,
and then she pops in a Lucy.
Yeah, and I feel like we have been getting a little more down that line in
Yeah.
America over the last couple of years.
Write that down. That's a prediction of mine. So Jake said horse racing in 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm saying within 10 years.
Innuendo.
Yes, there will be an innuendo type ad
with spitting and swallowing.
With spit or swallow, which will be a mainstream.
That's a good call.
Your kid might see it on TV. Of course, your kid at that time will be a little older, but you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what Wicked is, but I know that it's why Donald Trump won Fulton County, Pennsylvania by 37 points in 2016. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess. There's
What's it called?
Wicked.
Well, there's a movie. There's two movies out now, but it was originally a musical.
Okay.
You're not familiar with Wicked?
I know it's like a movie.
But then it was a movie, and there was like a never-ending press tour.
Is it like a
and now
Glenn-
there's another movie and a never-ending press
Is it
tour.
Glenn Close? Is she in Wicked?
No, it's Ariana Grande and another actress, black lady that I don't know how to say her name, but they are together all the time. It's bad.
All right. Why are you saying this is a Trump thing?
No, I think it's a why Hillary lost.
Or Hillary thing.
I think people who are stoked on another Wicked are why she lost. And they ran another commercial last night. It seems like the other one just came out.
It did.
And then finally, we have a new Tracy Morgan show, which I know Dan is very fired up about.
I didn't see that.
If we were doing Dumb Zone birthdays and we got to surprise they're still alive, Tracy Morgan's career would have been pretty high on my guest list, and now he's got a new show debuting on primetime. Good for him.
Unlike regular TV,
it's on NBC.
The networks, okay. Yeah, I guess if NBC is involved, that makes sense. That's where he's done it.
Walmart money run out?
Oh, yeah, from getting hit by a truck.
Halftime show? Do you want to rip?
No.
It's kind of funny seeing some of the Turning Point halftime show clips. I liked our boy Sports Boy Tony's tweet, who asked early in the game, does Turning Point also have another game I can switch to?
Nice.
That is good.
I thought that was strong. The Bad Bunny halftime show, though, a lot of production, a lot went into it. A lot of story, very deep. I might need to watch a video explaining the whole halftime show to me. Like, I would like to do that.
They've done those before. Like, Dissect has done that before.
Yeah, because it's clearly got lots and lots of layers that, you know, what I took out of it was fun colors and sounded cool.
Sounded like a party.
But I think there's a lot of deep meaning in what was going down.
Well, that kid who they were trying to deport got his Grammy, right?
I don't know what that means.
There's like a scene at the end of the deal where he's handing. Oh, okay, that was fake. Looks like it was fake. I got ball sacked.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a moment where the family is like watching TV in that little fake living room, and there's a little boy, and Bad Bunny hands him a Grammy, like a little kid, like it's Little Him or something. People thought it was the 5-year-old. You know, the 5-year-old that had the little hat on that became like a national.
The Minnesota kid?
Yeah.
Okay. So they were alleging that was him giving the deported, but now you're saying it was him giving Little Him a Grammy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a dream big type thing. Because that kid is gone.
It's funny.
I don't know. It's sad.
I don't know. Just some of the silly outrage. I can't tell if it's online. I mean, if your president is saying it, it's odd to just say this is just a silly online thing. But it does still seem like a silly online thing that nobody really, really cares about.
I don't. Yeah, that's a good question. I have trouble marrying those two ideas to myself.
Because I don't know. Look, I don't know much about Bad Bunny. The Super Bowl halftime shows, they diverted at one point. I don't know when it was, but you remember a few years ago, not that long ago, it was very aged Rolling Stones or a very aged Paul McCartney. These people were doing the halftime show. And then it kind of slipped into, like, they decided, look, we don't want our whole fan base, like, our 60-year-old fan base is strong. They're not going anywhere, and we got to get some of the other, I think they got to do these halftime shows to get some people just watching it for that.
Yeah.
And you have to know this about the NFL. Do they want racism to end? Maybe. Like, is that why they paint those slogans on the field? Maybe they want racism to end. But if they thought it was way more financially a sound move for them now and into the future to write "Keep Racism Alive," that would be on the sideline.
Feed bigotry.
Their whole thing is making money, and they're not only talking about making money today, but they are thinking deep into the future. And so, yes, that's why we get halftime shows for some of us that are older, of people that we don't know really much about their catalog. And that's the only reason. That's kind of the only reason anything happens, if you want to not be an idiot about it. Right? All these brands that we're celebrating Black History Month. Well, they're doing that because they think that is going to be best for them in the long run. They don't really care about celebrating Black History Month. Take a look at, 20 years ago when no one else was really doing it. They were only doing it because their competitor did it, and then they thought, I got to do it too, and all that kind of stuff. So,
No, I
get so
guess
worked up about
at the
Bad
end,
Bunny.
I just wonder, why do they even have? I mean, I guess because everybody's going to be watching, but in your scenario, are there young people who are like more likely to be NFL fans 10 years from now because of Bad Bunny? Maybe, but I don't even know that it needs to exist at all.
Well, it's going to definitely have them watching the game, or at least the
For
halftime.
that one time. Yeah, that's true. If that's
That
what you're
part,
after.
And yeah, you're just after eyeball. You
that
want
one,
want the Super Bowl to be the highest rated thing ever. It always is. And you're just looking ahead and being smart to say, I want it to keep being the highest rated thing ever. Because now let's go to Turning Point US or whatever that is. This Kid Rock thing apparently was pre-recorded, and they're even showing some of the sync, like they hired actors to do the cello and the violin or whatever, and they're not really in tune with or in sync with when the music is playing. I don't know. It all looked kind of funny. But I think it was like recorded a few days ago or something.
All I know is this. It resulted in the ride to daycare this morning being tracked by Ba with the Ba. Because the kid likes metal a lot. And I'm like, dude, I got some shit you need to hear. Not that Kid Rock is metal, but Ba with the Ba rips. That entire album's incredible. It was a big topic last night with Detroit's own John Machota here.
Were you a big Kid Rock guy?
Dude. Big. Like John was saying last night, when the Pistons were like in the finals, Kid Rock was right there with them 20 plus years ago. I mean, he was not affiliated with any sort of conservative politics at all, other than he was just cosplaying Southern, and we thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But it was the furthest thing from anybody's
right. He's
mind.
From Detroit.
He is. But he's white trash, so he just has
That
like
fits.
a Leonard Skinnerd. I loved Kid Rock, man. And he was funny back in the day. He had a midget as his hype man. He had a big black lady as his drummer. Their live shows were incredible. It was just fun music. Fun, dirty music. I think what ruined him is not anything related to politics. I think it's when he did a song with Sheryl Crow.
Why? Because that's just gay or what?
Yeah. I don't know where I don't.
Well, again, he did it because he thought that would be good to
Get the
open up
money.
another market for him or whatever.
Probably
right?
just like shooting Bud Light.
Yeah.
Oh. But I know they had like 6.5 million viewers, so I don't know if that's more than we had.
That is more than we had, but not as much as like the Australian family who's opening a present.
Touche.
Our own halftime show was amazing.
Oh yeah, we had Half Blaked.
We did.
Are we still? Is Puppy Bowl still a thing? Like, are other networks actively programming? Okay.
I saw a tweet about the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah, did you see the MVP news?
Of the Puppy Bowl?
Yeah.
Go on.
The MVP of the Puppy Bowl, because they film it in advance, is dead.
Oh, no. Left it all on the field.
Man.
Would they have to shoot him up to get him through the game?
A puppy is dead?
It had special needs. But
Okay, we're already making puppies do this. We have to get special needs ones? That seems... Those purebred puppies do die a lot more than mutts do.
What if they made it so the worst player in the game they would kill? Would you tune in?
I think you know that.
Would PETA be into it?
Oh, my God. Was this dog playing in this contraption when he played in the game?
What do you got?
Dude, the dog is in like a 7-wheel, like, just kill. I'm sorry. I don't know how to tell you, but you're just going to have to look up Puppy Bowl death on your own, all of you. They have her like in a Stephen Hawking like contraption.
Okay, what is this?
It looks like a. Okay. It looks like an Air Force drone or something. Like, it's very high tech and.
I mean, like, it showed up and they gave it
clunky.
the MVP. Like, it didn't even have like a breakaway run or.
Okay, so
there's some hard hits in the Puppy Bowl.
So it is a barely alive dog anyway.
Apparently in the Puppy Bowl...
This dog was not going to survive no matter what.
In the Puppy Bowl, we also do the Make-A-Wish touchdown, where all the other puppies have to act like this one's normal.
Yeah, imagine putting a barely alive.
Why would you include that element of football in this? Like, that's so far down the list.
CTE. CTE ESPN.
Oh my God! It appears that the blue team's dog is eating his female dog friend after the game. Why would
She died before the Lombardi Trophy showdown aired Sunday.
All right, before we do the news.
Testosterone, how to testosterone, testosterone.
I got a little injury here, Dan, but I know that I can get through this, recover strongly, have the energy to do all the rehabilitation because of my friends at Game Day Men's Health. Grapevine location is where I go, but there are 12. Our buddy Mike Marshall just went into the East Dallas location. I think got hooked up by Sam and is now a... So if you see Machine and you see a bulge in his pants or a bulge in his biceps, it's because he's a Game Day bro now.
It's what happens when you get around that 40-year-old age, you know?
Yep.
Maybe even mid-30s.
Brain fog, just generally kind of being in a bad mood. I think of it as steroids for life. I'm way more apt to want to get up and run around with the kids, clean the house, do whatever we got to do.
Be a weekend warrior.
Be a weekend warrior. Pros
Break
and
your
cons.
wrist.
Because of TRT at Game Day Men's Health. But it's not just TRT. They can help you lose weight, sexual performance, if you're losing your hair, peptides, all sorts of things. Men's wellness. Be the best you with Game Day Men's Health. That is gameday.dumbzone.com.
Nice.
Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone
News.
Yeah, I did have the note on TPUSA that they had I don't know if you care, $6.5 million, or excuse me, 6.5 million viewers for their stream. They had a licensing issue.
It's pretty strong, though.
It seems huge.
Yeah.
And we're not able to do it on Twitter.
That had to beat like other TV shows that were on against the Super Bowl.
Almost, yeah.
And to get you to all go to YouTube, that's a big number.
It is a big number. Now, the funny thing is that the shots from Mar-a-Lago, where the president was, they just had the normal pagan Bad Bunny halftime show up.
Oh, why? Because he was ripping it?
Well, no. I mean, he just doesn't actually want to watch it. Nobody at the party does. So Trump's going to say, Bad Bunny, this guy he hates America, I support, but he's not actually going to watch it.
He's watching the Ape Channel or whatever.
Gorilla Channel.
Gorilla Channel, that's right.
Do you guys know, I don't exactly know how this works from a compliance standpoint, but we have like influencer teachers now.
Explain.
We should have seen this coming because the first person that I ever saw doing like really boring videos on Instagram was a buddy of mine's wife who was a housewife, and she would just, hey, here's a trick or a tip on how to get shower grout out. And she would just post the most boring shit to Instagram. And it actually started to do pretty well. And she was also a teacher. Teachers are big fans of telling you how hard and how interesting their scene is. Now they have a phone, and now they can just tell you all the wacky little stories from within their classroom. And I guess that's okay if they don't use names or show images of the children. But there's a dude named Christian Shearhod. He goes by Mr. Shearhod on Instagram, where he has more than 1 million followers. And TikTok, where he's got almost 2 million followers. And he's just an elementary school teacher. He's in the news because the TEA, the Texas Education Association, agency, is coming after him. They're investigating him. He was in Garland.
For?
Basically, that he is violating their social media policy, except he hasn't taught there in 4 years. So they're going back to when he taught here in 2022 and saying, there's some stuff on your social media account when you were teaching grade 4 through 8 math from 2022 that we'd like to we'd like to look into. Now, you may suspect that well, I'll say you should suspect because I've seen the guy. He looks like Machine Gun Kelly, kind of.
Oh.
He has like a bleached blonde mop, earrings. He's a very Gen Z looking teacher. And most of his content focuses on LGBTQ issues, gender non-conforming topics.
So that's what the
male femininity. Yes, except he hasn't taught there in 4 years. So this guy got.
What's he do now?
He's a teacher.
Oh, okay.
But they, I guess, he got famous, and they're like, "Wait a minute, he was teaching here when he was doing that. We should go look at his account." And yeah, he had been posting a bunch of anti-ICE stuff recently, so he pissed people off. But I'm generally pretty creeped out by the idea of my my kids' teachers being social media forward at all. Let's hear what this guy sounds like.
Yeah, it just is what it is, though, right? You're at this point in time. Everybody wants to be an influencer.
God,
I was surprised you said it was a dude, because you see the influencer, or at least the ladies that claim to be school teachers on Twitter popping around.
Like hoeing?
I don't know if they're hoeing,
I find
but
ironic, considering more than half of GISD is Hispanic. Don't you care about those students? Documented, undocumented, they are still students and should most definitely know their rights. I don't know if it's
He's got a
important to you,
cadence.
though, considering you are still under a desegregation order and spend most of your money on your predominantly white schools.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
News cadence.
It's on one hand, you want to get a teacher who's got some life to him and can get the kid fired up about just like being curious and let's just be happy to be alive. And I think you're probably more likely to get that if you get the guy who is a ski instructor who paints his fingernails and wears like a bunch of necklaces than you are some old frumpy lady. But I don't have to worry about the old frumpy lady really doing anything. Period.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
I mean, you just don't want anybody that you consider to be
about them,
kind of your employee or under your whatever, to be worried about social media at all. Like your doctor, you don't want a doctor that's like that. You don't want your roofer, right? You just want them focused on their thing, and that's why you can see when coaches are like, "I just wish they don't want any players doing it too. I just want the illusion, at least, that they're back in their dorm room and they're looking at the book, the playbook, or they're looking at some film. Like, we just don't want that illusion. And when you show yourself on social media, then you're making it very clear that all your hours are not spent towards.
Yeah, and that sucks because it's like it's just a facade for you, but
for the world, for whoever you're dealing with.
Interesting play from, and nothing will come of that. It's just they want to cause problems for him, and they're actually, much like we talked about last night, doing him a favor. Right?
Yeah,
like he's in the content game.
Followers are gonna,
So if anybody
the
wants
political
to
game,
sue
man.
us,
but it seems like to get on one side of that and just making all your life about that is the way to.
It seems miserable to me.
At least cause engagement.
Yeah. It seems miserable to me, though.
Yeah, but if your game is social media, you want engagement. You just want that no matter what. And you probably don't take any of it seriously.
A man in Austin had an interesting play for trying to get his drink on at an H-E-B. H-E-B had a regional commercial last night. They're blowing up. Good for them.
I'm pro H-E-B.
We're about to get one.
Are we going to learn something that...
No, dude. In
about
fact,
them, we shouldn't be.
I'm
pro
sure
HEB.
there are things, but like, I was talking to a listener of ours.
Epstein loved HEB.
So I did that little interview with some people in Grapevine, Colleyville about their school closing, and the result of that is a bunch of people in schools have reached out to me. One of them is a listener who works with a group called Raise Your Hand Texas. It's your garden variety, not an insult, but it's an advocacy group. And I was asking the guy like how it works, and he's like, "Well, we're very fortunate because is his name Howard Betts?
Mm-hmm.
The HEB guy. That's like a big part of what he does with his money.
He does what?
Funds advocacy for Howard Edward Butt. Like he gives money to nonprofits that are working on issues like Texas education issues. Now, maybe that's covering up basement full of bodies. But in any case, at this HEB in Austin, they have this on camera. 26-year-old dude is walking down the aisle where like the toilet paper is, and I guess all the paper products. And he's kind of like fidgeting back there in the shelving, and then he walks off. And when he walks off, within a couple seconds, there's like a lot of smoke, and it becomes clear that the toilet paper is on fire. And he has lit several packages of toilet paper on fire so that he could go over to the booze area while the employees were distracted, like a flashbang, and steal a couple cases. He got out. I mean, he got to his car.
All right,
So
well,
they were able
congrats.
to track him down.
But it worked.
Yeah.
But then they caught him.
Yes.
Okay. So it
Yeah.
kind of worked.
I think if you get out of the store, then
They were allowed.
Good for you.
You should be able to keep half of it.
I wouldn't hate that.
Interesting play there.
You guys ever used to do beer runs? I never stole beer. I was so afraid of that. Like the guys who had the balls to do that.
Like steal from a store?
Yeah, they would just go into a gas station or and it was nobody was lighting anything on fire, but it was a similar, distraction, diversion, sleight of hand type play, and somebody just picks up a 30 rack off the back and carries it out. This was a common thing. I definitely didn't have the balls for that.
No, we once, I think, went in, we propped a back door of a bar open, and then showed up at like 3 in the morning, went and grabbed a couple bottles.
Okay. That's pretty good.
But, yeah. So I can't say we've never stolen anything.
2,000 miles. That is the distance covered by a group of Fort Worth monks.
There are Fort Worth monks?
There are.
Okay.
Irving monks.
There's definitely Irving monks. Fort Worth, I know about the monasteries because we used to go mess with them.
High school, you?
Yes. High school me.
Yeah.
So these monks from Fort Worth, they walked 2,000 miles to Washington, D.C.
Tell me they're wearing Apple Watches.
That's a great question.
We could track those steps.
And it's one of those things where you want to say, well, good for them, but why? Are they heroes like Alex Honnold? They said they walked for peace, and that many people would approach them and ask, why are you walking? They would say, for peace. And it would
Wait, they
inspire
did it now?
Yeah.
Well, they're idiots.
Yeah.
Why would you do it in the winter? Don't you want warm peace? Like, it's been very cold. There's been you know how I know this? I was talking to my mom this weekend, and she was very concerned about, my daughter driving in Tennessee or whatever. She's like, oh, yeah, there's been ice in Tennessee. Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe they don't know. They don't have the weather app.
What do you think their budget is then on? Do they stay at nice hotels? Are they staying 7 to a room?
Man, there's no way.
In a Motel 6?
Oh, they're probably going like monastery to monastery.
Communes, right? Yeah.
Is there
they hook
always
each
one
other
within
up.
1 day's walking distance?
Yeah, I bet so.
Yeah, and then one complained because they walked past one, and they're like, we could have just stopped here. Why are we going to this 5A monastery?
No,
when
again,
there's
they're monks. I don't think they walk around bitching like we do.
And do they
That's
walk
the whole
together?
point of the thing.
Are they wearing like the big robes?
They don't. It is very funny for you guys to
Chanting?
like project on like that. It's just like they're bitching about. We already stopped for you twice, dude.
Right.
I told
know
you
exactly.
to pee.
Pass
I
that
told you to
Buc-ee's.
pee at the last place.
Dan on a
Not
road
stopping
trip.
now.
Are they wearing AirPods? Are they listening to us?
Chanting.
Are they so happy that I'm glad the episode's longer. I got a long walk.
Yeah, 2,000 miles for peace.
How's that working out for you?
Well, the Poly Market says we should be
So they
ending
got
Iran
there?
by this week.
And then are they
pray. And
they fly back for?
It's a good question.
For at least just trying.
We have a serial indecent exposurer on the campus of the University of North Texas. A 27-year-old man, Jeremiah Devereaux.
Boy, you name your kid Jeremiah.
You're asking for it?
Yeah, you're looking for him to be some kind of...
I've never heard that, but now that you say it, it feels a little deviant. He's got a series of incidents where he was in women's restrooms and the locker rooms at a local gym and on campus. He was arrested last week at a local gym. He was just in the women's locker room and in the women's sauna. When the officers responded to the call, he took off, but they did arrest him shortly thereafter. That led to an investigation, and then they linked him to 4 or 5 other cases where he was just going around and exposing himself. TWU is up there as well, Texas Women's University.
He must have a good. He must have a big wiener.
I don't think so.
Well,
really,
it's cold out.
I was just thinking though.
All I know is
if
that
your
his
thing
name,
is I want to expose myself, it doesn't seem like you would
look him up.
gravitate to that if you had a little tiny, wadded up piece of gum down there.
Jeremiah Devereaux. I'll save you the time. He's a pretty ripped looking black guy.
And I made my call without knowing anything about
I know.
that.
I know.
And now that, I feel like, emboldens me.
Now,
to double down.
To follow the Dan logic and math, does this mean, because we know 5, 6, 7 times where he got in trouble, do we know, are there 90, 96, 97 other times where somebody just said, that's a fantastic hog?
I don't know about that.
And he said, thank you, good day.
If there's 5, 6 getting in trouble, it's the point of if it's just once he got in trouble, I think he's done this a couple other times.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It's just funny to imagine that, hey, usually they just compliment me. What are you freaking out for? Why are you being all weird?
But yeah, it's like the Charles Haley theory. Charles Haley was dropping his
shirts
junk
and skins
on people's shoulders or whatever in the locker room just to make them freak out. You don't do that if your wiener's little, because then the guy will just turn and go, look at that little wiener sitting on my shoulder. Like, what are you doing? This is not a big thing, dude. You have to kind of be scared of it. Like, I'm not going to scare you with a tiny little garden snake, right?
No, you may embolden me.
I got to get a python, and
what are you laughing
you'll be like, whoa.
Just, I don't know, with how much bad is in this world, it's still just kind of funny. This guy just wants to show his wiener to women.
Dude, this is my point. This is my point yesterday about
this will seem quaint
about Jerry Jones, about whatever. There's going to be a reorganization of moral judgment, especially for dudes and sex. And if you're like Jerry, you just fool around with your wife sometimes. You're like this guy. You're like, you want to see it? Like, he didn't touch anybody. Like, at this point, if you're Louis C.K. and that's what you did. But we know that Chris Tucker was,
What did Chris Tucker do?
Oh, buddy.
Don't do Chris Tucker to us.
Rush Hour Chris Tucker has been in this mix since day one. He was one of the first ones where it was like, okay, so it's not just like Mohammed bin Salah something. It wasn't all just like these foreign dignitaries and politicians. It was Chris Tucker.
Doing what? Epstein stuff?
Yeah.
Oh. Not Chris Tucker.
I know.
Yeah.
Friday?
Rush Hour. 1, 2, 3.
Do you hear the words coming out of my mouth? That?
Yeah. He did that bit with a young lady. No, I don't know that, but yeah, he's in, man. No one is safe other than this guy, Jeremiah Devereaux.
Because I'm thinking,
the quaint
if you
flasher.
show up in your overcoat and you open it up.
Do you think you make a noise?
That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't
so
think you just like let it out and you just watch. I think you helicopter. You
kind of spin into
spin it around. Like you gotta get your money's worth.
Little top hat. All right. There it is. I'm in pain. I was going to go the whole show without saying that.
The Dumb Zone News.
I failed.
Like and subscribe.
That was a good news.
Viewer mail birthdays.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Brought to us by HelloFresh.
Oh, nice.
HelloFresh is food, and that saved me when we were frozen in here, dude.
Big time. It's food, all the ingredients delivered right to your doorstep. Cut out the beating of what are we going to do for dinner this week, of going to the grocery store. You don't have to mess with any of that. It's HelloFresh, high quality, high protein. You can do vegan, gluten-free, all sorts of options delivered right to your door. Go to HelloFresh.com/dumbzone10FM to get 10 free meals and a free Zwilling knife, Blake.
Oh, nice. What would you value that at?
$144.49. Not a penny more or less. Offer valid while supplies last. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That is HelloFresh.com/dumbzone10FM.
NFM? And a couple of your birthdays for today. First, I missed this Friday. This was sent to, actually, the business email because it was from Jesse from Elite Rides.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Great dude. Hello, Senor Dan. Jesse with Elite Rides, DFW here. Have a birthday wish on behalf of a friend. I hope you can add this for your Friday show. I want to wish Ernest Rangel, a.k.a. Ernie, a happy 43rd birthday from your cousin Chano.
Some cool names. Big Ern.
Big Ern. Greetings, Dumb Zone. Sunday is the birthday of good DF Ryan McIntosh. Leaders are Soroy's mom trying to determine the veracity of cakes, smoking a cigarette with Jake at Ye Old Bull and Bush.
Oh, my.
And Dan being against the schedule for human beings while making a damn joke about everything. R.I.P. Dutch and bring back the quick kick from DF Eduardo.
God, dude. There's no play in football I hate more.
Did we miss our opportunity for Nora and Vida?
I put in the work. It's probably not going to happen.
Okay.
We tried. It's
But
not
we lost.
easy to mobilize a 7-year-old and an 87-year-old to the same place.
Yeah, where would they just naturally find themselves in the same location?
Well, no, but we've been trying to match up schedules. But the quick kick, dude, that it probably all makes sense how I ended up never punt guy, because as I've told you guys during game streams, my high school team, coming off of very strong summer 7-on-7 performances, ran the midline veer, and so we had a quarterback who couldn't run. Very important in that offense, but he could punt. So it's like, well, it's 3rd and 12. I don't see us picking this up. Why don't we just have him flip the field for us? I'm like, oh, punt on 3rd down. Even better.
Good bit. Then they're not back there to return it. It's great.
It's awesome.
And we got a couple more. Howdy to the vicar of the vulva and his vag vicaras. Vicar?
I've never known how to say that. You see
Vicar.
it. You see it
Vicar?
in like Bible stuff.
It was in an episode of Friends.
Was it?
I think that's where I learned
Vicar.
it too, Blake.
How'd you like seeing Aniston and Matt LeBlanc together on screen again?
The vicar won't be home for hours. It was awesome.
Was it Duncan
Vicar.
your favorite too because of that?
No, it was my favorite because they gave me a free coffee this morning.
They hit me with Jurassic Park. Like, when does it run out? It doesn't seem like we're creating new stuff that my kids
Star
30
Wars was
years
made
from
when
now.
I was a little kid, and that's not running out.
No doubt.
Dan would have been all in if like a Life Goes On.
Hey, it's Corky.
Dude.
For Kleenex.
What if I got hired as the marketing director for a major company?
I got an idea.
The show wasn't that popular.
Vicar of the Vault. My name is Mike. I request my own Monday birthday shout-out because my bitch GF won't do it after she got pissed when I made fun of her Akatar fairy porn books.
Way to go, Jake.
Don't make fun. Just clean up. Put on a set of wings and get to boning.
Also would love Jake's take on this, but the Venn diagram of Akatar fangirls and K-pop fangirls has to be pretty close to a circle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a ton about the K-pop world. I like the music. I don't know what type of women.
It is my I Am a Man plus group economics birthday today. I'm 46. I don't know why I'm doing this. My leaders are Esports Blake, Jake's celebration of Joy's 93rd birthday by asking her for Epstein takes, and the trail of hungry, mewing kittens chasing after Sarah Hepala.
Walks into an auto zone. There's 5 or 6 little.
That's why we do it, folks.
Not now.
I've had that visual. Like, that's the best.
Mildly annoyed by them. Okay, it's time.
That's from Mike.
Great email.
Oh. And dear Duncan Dan, it's my buddy Tyler Fleet's 37th birthday. 1 year ago today, Tyler Fleet. 1 year ago today, you read his high school football highlights for him on the air. It inflated his already massive ego so much that he worked harder at his job and was recently promoted to head football coach at a high school here in Tyler, Texas.
Nice.
Tell him happy birthday and congratulations. His leader is International Blake, and mine is now Puerto Rican women as I'm typing this during the halftime show. From Tyler Howell.
I think we do quite well in the high school football coaching ranks. I talked to a guy last week he's like, oh yeah, just became a head coach at a school. I'm like, I guess that's just guys my age now. Our head coaches. It's weird.
And officials.
We did know that. We're kind of a by-the-book operation.
Fairlease.org presents On This Day in History.
Fairlease.org indeed does present, you know what I'm saying?
They
They're
present
the
you with
sponsor.
great leasing options, I can tell you that. They're affiliated with the Credit Union of Texas. That means there's no bank. They are the bank. I am the bank.
That was interesting to learn that. Just
I
how
can tell
big of
you-
a deal that why they can get a lot of savings that way.
A lot of savings. They can be way more flexible.
So a bank might turn you down, but they'd be like, no, we're good with this.
Yeah, they're sensible. They're not bound by Wall Street. They're kind of like the dumb zone of car leasing. They'll make it work for you. So check them out at fairlease.org. Click request a quote and then select the dumb zone. They'll find your car. If you want a car, they'll find it. They'll bring it to you. Challenge them.
Let's see here. All right, so on this day, today is Monday, February 9th. On this day in 1960, Adolf Coors Company, Chairman Adolf Coors III, at the age of 44, was shot to death in suburban Denver during a botched kidnapping attempt. The man who killed him was Joseph Corbett Jr. He served 19 years in prison. And I told you there's a whole different podcast within me, I think, of kind of a just today in history, and then you go off on a thread for 15 minutes on one thing. And this would be that thing if we were to do a real long segment here. Just because this guy was kind of like a Mensa-level genius that killed Adolf Coors, actually was convicted of another murder earlier in his life, escaped from prison in California, and then ended up doing, like, I looked something up. There's like a hour-long YouTube documentary on him. So I'm going to possibly get into that. But Yeah, then he was convicted of murdering Coors, sentenced to life imprisonment, but got out after 19 years, parole.
Wow.
And lived until, what was it, the 90s? 2009 he lived until.
Do you think
at
he
the
would
age of 80.
Pop open a nice banquet, Yellow Belly, Coors Original every now and then, just to... The original Coors, Adolf Coors I, who founded the brewery, committed suicide by jumping out of a 29-story building.
That'll do it. That's better than 15 feet, if you want to really make sure.
Yeah. I think I always... Well, that's not...
I think that'd be a good way to... It'd be an exciting way to commit suicide. You know? You're just in your car and you turn on the thing and you sitting in your garage. Now you're kind of like, it might be less pain, no pain, but you kind of like probably sitting there crying and stuff, right? Because you're thinking about.
I don't know, because I think the thing is when you start to go, I think you get the euphoria, and you might like to chase one more high of like the acceptance. That's what they say. People when they're dying, they feel like a level of acceptance that it's peace now. And I think if you could get I don't know that you're going to get that while you're doing a Six Flags ride.
But you won't have the because you're not, you're going to die. So you're like, you just kind of lean into it. You're like, now you're like Superman. I'm just going to.
That would be sick. A full no care fall.
Now, what if, though, you start getting into a roll and now you're just too dizzy and you don't even have your wits about you and then you die? It's like, that wasn't the beautiful, majestic.
No, that's not good.
Float to earth and then splat that I thought it would be.
Also, like I'm led to believe anybody who jumps out of a building falls through the roof of a car. So like if that somehow breaks your fall, now you're just a vegetable.
Alarm goes on and
yeah. Why?
On this day in 1964, the Beatles made their first live American television appearance. It was on the Ed Sullivan Show. 73.7 million viewers. For some reason, I just remembered a different prop that I heard about. Is this a weird place to put it?
No.
Did you hear about the prop of total yards for both teams versus ice arrests?
Yeah, I saw something about that. But again, I don't know how you...
The total yards went under. Or wait.
I don't know how you quantify... I
think the ice
arrests the arrests, right? Like, it's not like Tirico's like, man, now it looks like they've got Hidalgo in custody.
Right,
That'll be 43 on the day.
There's a thing up on the... And on this day in 1989, Clayton, in sworn testimony before the New Jersey Senate, WWF officials, including Vince McMahon, admitted that the matches were purely entertainment with predetermined winners and no one is actually hurt.
No way. Actually hurt is... falsity, though.
Yeah, that's insane.
To get hurt a lot.
Yeah.
So today is February 9th, this day in Dumb Zone history.
A lot of Super Bowl stuff on this day. In 2022, we had on Ed McCaffrey, which I think was Jake's dream.
That was really cool.
He told us how he broke his leg on September 10th and was witnessing 9/11 on morphine. He said that was fun.
Yeah. That was a big deal for me, getting to talk to him. He's a very intense guy.
Do you want to play this? Let's see. This was also the year of the TMZ tour.
It was great.
Can't win them all, folks. Eric, goodbye.
Your computer's still extremely low.
It's a generic.
Okay. God.
That is not a loss at all. It was a huge, huge win.
A lot of controversy.
Just can you imagine if that had been just good? You know, it would.
It was a quite.
You wouldn't be talking
experience.
about it now. It was awesome. We got great audio out of it.
Met some characters. Really got the LA experience.
Jake was distraught the rest of the week.
It all worked out for everyone.
The next year we had Brian Robinson on.
Good
got
friend.
shot.
Good friend.
Do you remember what he said when he called this security the detail?
I got hit. I'm hit.
It was the coolest thing I think I've heard anyone say.
So I called a security man. I said, I'm hit. I'm like, that's it? Because I had a minor bone break yesterday and was like, like, you got shot? The guy's still trying to shoot you?
And then in 2021, this was the day Morgan Wallen was canceled for SNL because of his racial slurs. Elvis was traded to the A's for Chris Davis.
Just wait till that back gets in the lineup.
Yeah.
Ranger Killer, no more.
And then it was probably the first time I felt really exposed on the show because I tried to make a Pokemon joke.
Ooh.
That didn't really land with you two.
There was a Pokemon commercial last night.
Don't remember it.
Is that what Jigglypuff is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Lady Gaga and Trevor Noah. I don't really know what they were advertising beyond that Pokemon exists.
I think we had somebody calling you out as a Pokemon poser, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we just keep that to ourselves for now?
What did I say about Pokemon?
Nothing.
Don't worry about it. Our resident, that guy's a poser.
You're the poser on everything, Blake. What was the other thing some guy was yelling at him about?
Why don't you send me that email, pussy? Don't just send it to Dan about me being a poser. Send it to me.
Wasn't.
Yeah, it's somebody hit me up and was like, and I knew this, but it's like, what are you gonna do? You gonna yell at your guest? But John was like, I don't really think Eminem had much of a like underground career or whatever. You know, he just kind of popped on the scene with Dr. That's obviously not true, but John's not like a big music guy. So people hit me, John Machado doesn't know shit about Eminem. Anybody who knows anything about him would have known, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah.
Look, we're not the smart zone.
Elsewhere, we have birthdays, other birthdays today. Pete O'Brien, 68.
A trailblazer. He was always a bit funny for a ball player.
Pete O'Brien. You know Brian down the street?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
The one that coaches the kids' teams, but he doesn't have any kids?
Oh, yeah, Pete O'Brien?
Yeah. Just don't go over there. I'd
Keep an
prefer
eye
you
on
not
him.
to hang out at his house or anything.
Not all bad.
No, he is funny. He's a little funny.
Did you see his Christmas decorations?
But you want to... I know Mrs. Johnson's car is kind of full, but I'd rather you just stuff in there than you let Coach Brian drive you home. Danny White is 74.
Musers.
Maris Leafau is 25.
Can't remember plays, obviously.
He might be participating in the bracket of Clayton's new favorite sport as soon as next season.
Vlad Guerrero is 50.
Vladdy Daddy.
Saquon Barkley is 29.
Washed.
I would have thought older. I guess that's what you do with running backs, right?
Dude, the one thing we didn't really say about the game, though, because this doesn't really happen anymore, when you see like a true complete back and they're just going to give him the ball 30 times and it's
Kenneth Walker?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't really happen anymore.
Wouldn't you love to have a guy like that?
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't do that every game.
Right.
For obvious reasons. But when a dude is just in his bag and just kind of reading that's like the coolest football thing there is. Like, that's when you wish you could be him. That's cool.
He's got that powerful, stout little body, too.
He's perfect.
More like Saquon.
Perfect running back body.
Cooper DeJean is 23.
Looks like a TikTok star.
Vince Papali is 80.
Eagles.
In our... They're still alive. Would we throw... Who would you throw Joe Pesci on there, 83? Or would you throw Mia Farrow at 81?
I don't know who that is, really. Is that Ronan Farrow's mom?
Yeah. She was also married to Woody Allen at one point, and then Woody then married their stepdaughter.
I saw a very funny Epstein tweet that was like, because there's a bunch of Woody Allen stuff in there, obviously. And I was like, I personally refuse to believe that Woody Allen would cheat on his daughter like this. Is a man of integrity. Mia Farrow, I would have said then, I would have taken to the dead. Because Pesci, I would remember.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big deal.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan is 39.
Seems awesome.
Is he in The Wire? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
As was, who else do I got from The Wire? I thought I had a Wire guy today. Well, I have David Simon is 66.
Close enough. There's still stuff of his I'd like to go check out. But it's almost like if you've seen The Wire, it's the best version of it.
Yeah, like the older stuff.
Like Homicide, basically.
Yeah, I tried.
And then, you know, one that really I should have done because I read the long article the book was based on, but he did another Baltimore thing called We Own This City on HBO, and it had some of the same people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he the Corner?
Yeah.
The Corner's very, very good. I think that holds up. Where was I? I'm on Michael B. Jordan. I'm on David Simon. Rose Leslie is 39. She was in Game of Thrones and Downton Abbey. They're all there.
Oh, yeah. She's fantastic.
Ian Eagle is 57. Ian Eagle. And Travis Tritt is 63. And Dumbzone birthday of the day.
It's a great
day to be alive.
Now the sun's still shining when I close my eyes. There's some hard times in the neighborhood, but why can every day be just as good?
I know that one, Dan.
We'll bust out in song on you.
Dumbzone birthday of the day, Charlie Day is 50.
Good for him.
From Always Sunny.
You met his wife once.
Indeed. The waitress.
Yeah.
Born on this day, now dead, Bill Veeck. I met one of his relatives as well.
Revolutionary. Combating racism by moving the White Sox training facility out of Arizona to Florida, or the other way around. But also had an ashtray installed in his peg leg.
Gotta love it.
That's just a man who is thinking right there.
Like, how can I make this into lemonade?
Always.
You know?
Whatever it is. Let's make it work.
Dead on this day, still dead, Bud Wilkinson. And...
Is that Oklahoma?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, if it is, then I've been...
Old-timey?
I was in his suite before. It was the same day they told me I crashed through Switzer's trophy case. I believe I also whipped the ass of 1990-something British Open winner Tom Hamilton for about 2 hours. That was a very embarrassing day. In Bud Wilkinson's suite.
And also dead on this day, still dead. From The Wire, if you looked at him, you would know. Reginald Cathy. Cathey. He was definitely in The Wire. He's been in a bunch of stuff. I think he was in Oz.
He's Lester?
No, not Lester.
What is he?
Lester Freeman was the detective.
Yeah.
This guy.
I know, yeah.
You know him, you see him, and you're like, I know he's in The Wire.
Right.
But
I've already been racist
if
enough.
You're racist, yeah, let's not just... Omar?
I think he was,
I don't know.
Was it Wallace?
And that's what happened on this day in history.
Well, got anything else, Blake?
Promo?
Adios.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
Here we go. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. Honey on the show. Honey on the show. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. Honey on the show. Honey on the show. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. Honey on the show. Honey on the show. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. You see me in a bear that fight for honey on myself. Honey on the show.